Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. This is going to be another episode of Reforge Gaming, talking about Elden Ring Game of the Year. Just got easier in light of some of the things going on. Wanted to discuss this with you. I also wanted to finally make my case after playing through the game pretty significantly one entire time and now replaying it, a complete no summons playthrough on this channel in the afternoons if you want to check that out. We'll be doing part 6 after this video, and wanted to make my official case as to why I do think it deserves Game of the Year and why the Starfield delay just really continues to thin that landscape out for Elden Ring. So let's do this really quick at the beginning like we always do. If you weren't here for the live stream, hit subscribe and the bell button so you don't miss the discussions that follow these quick updates at the beginning. This is a Reforge update. Elden Ring Game of the Year for 2022 just got a little bit easier for the title. I want to talk about why I think it deserves Game of the Year after some lengthy play and some thought and some analyzation, as well as just looking at the landscape of games and why this thing is in prime position to just take a ton of awards this year, especially the crown Game of the Year title. If you like these quick updates, be sure to hit subscribe and the bell button and check me out on Reforge Gaming where I stream live. So if you didn't see this, if you somehow missed the news, the Starfield delay came as quite a shock after Todd Howard said that the date was set in ink and many assurances were given that that date was not going to move. Both it and Redfall have been delayed into next year. I don't necessarily think it was going to be a contender for Game of the Year from everything we've seen and heard. I think it's going to be a potentially good game, but I wasn't really confident in it taking Game of the Year. But it could have been a sleeper hit. It could have been absolutely mind-blowing. It could really sort of change the industry. And I do think that it off of the landscape now, it no longer launching in 2022 is making things a little bit easier on Elden Ring. It's not the only game either that got delayed that I think could have been a contender. Breath of the Wild 2 had a hopeful 2022 launch date that I continued to say was essentially a 2023 launch date, because when you say you're hopeful, that's not a lot of confidence in a game's release. So that is another big RPG open world title that could have been a contender for Game of the Year. At this point, God of War Ragnarok is the only contender left in my mind based on the gameplay that we've seen and the quality they brought in the 2018 God of War. I do think it is the final last standing contender on the battlefield that is still set to launch in 2022 according to industry insiders as well as people working on the game itself. Why I don't think Horizon Forbidden West will get Game of the Year. I do think Horizon Forbidden West will win some awards at the Game Awards, but I don't think it'll get Game of the Year for a handful of reasons. I don't necessarily think it was a big enough uptick in quality compared to Horizon Zero Dawn. I think it is a significantly better game than Horizon Zero Dawn, but I don't think it held its own with respect to being a sequel. Like, I think when you are a sequel to a very successful game, you are going to have a harder time winning Game of the Year. That's one reason I don't think it'll get there. It also had some performance issues. Now, I know people will say, but Elden Ring had performance issues. So why do you think it deserves Game of the Year? I think Elden Ring excelled at so many different categories and different things. It's extremely hard to hold some of the frame rate issues and performance issues at launch against the game. Number one, I think it is the best open world game I have played to date. Even on a replay, I think the open world still does something incredibly magical and special that I've not experienced in either Breath of the Wild, Assassin's Creed, or Horizon Zero Dawn, or Forbidden West. Some of the better open world games, even Ghost of Tsushima, one of my all-time favorite games, I don't think quite hit the same level of quality. The original score is breathtaking. The game design, the graphics, the depth, and the replayability put it in a prime position to win Game of the Year in my book. Beyond that, the performance issues I think just absolutely are squashed by the media acclaim as well, and when you combine it with this fact, the commercial success is undeniable. 13 million copies sold in its first month. I don't think anything else is going to stand a chance. Again, I only think God of War Ragnarok is left. So with the Starfield delay, Elden Ring snagging Game of the Year 2022 just got a little bit easier. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Check out Reforge Gaming where I stream live, and as always, hit subscribe and the bell button, and I'll see you in the next video. And I'll see the rest of you right now. We had another huge spike up on TikTok. We started off with like 70-something viewers. We just can't keep them. I don't know. There might not be high demand for what we do, a talk show. Thank you for watching on YouTube. You guys are amazing. We've had an absolutely stellar week, so thank you for that. We need 25 more likes for the first 100 likes. We're already on that path. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're always checking your subscription feed as well as my channel. If you don't see me live Monday through Friday, that would be a very, very strange occurrence for me not to be live. And we are here every day doing a talk show. And yesterday we covered the Starfield delay over on Reforge Radio. So make sure you're subscribed to Reforge Radio. It's no longer religion and politics. We have changed that into a gaming news channel. This channel is topic driven. That channel is news driven. So all the news that has happened in the past 24 hours, you'll get over there. We're doing the very first episode of the Reforge Roundtable this afternoon on that channel because it is more of a radio show and it is more news oriented. I want to hear from you guys about this. Do you think that this game has that contender status for Game of the Year, as I do? Recycled assets, what, says Michael B. They did end up doing that. Oh, we peaked at 82 viewers, says Quiet Shy. I tried to get to 1,000 likes before you ended your intro. Thank you, Quiet Shy Girl. And good to see you in the chat feed. Good to see everybody. Good to see you, Mo. How dare FromSoftware reuse assets they already had instead of making brand new ones in the whole game? Yeah, I don't think reusing assets takes you out of contention. If that were the case, then no sequel, no game built by an existing franchise or company would stand a chance. None of them would stand a chance. Horizon Forbidden West, get out of here. God of War Ragnarok, get out of here. You know what I mean? Yo, nobody with a $20 tip through YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much for that generous tip. I appreciate it very, very much. Elden Ring Game of the Year case closed, says Hilly. They're posting funny pictures in the Discord. We'll be continuing that No Summons playthrough this afternoon. Appreciate you guys so much. If you like Elden Ring and you like FromSoftware games, every Friday is From Friday. And if we get like 89 more members, my wife has to play Elden Ring. If we can get to 600 members in the month of May, she has to play Elden Ring, and we only need about 89 more. We got a bunch of members yesterday, so always consider becoming a member. You get into the extra streams. There will be a community game night tonight, which is members only, and so be sure that if you are a member, that you have everything ready to go tonight. Make sure your Halo Infinite is installed and updated. I don't even care if you don't like Halo Infinite. Get that thing installed and updated and ready to go. Consider jumping in today for the $5. Let's hear it from the maidenless. Hip hip, that's right. Didn't God of War 2018 have the troll throughout the different colors and got Game of the Year? Yeah, plenty of games reuse assets. Any game with enemies reuses assets. I don't know if I've ever played a game that hasn't done that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I've ever played a game that's not like, here's this enemy type. Here's another enemy type. Here's another enemy type. Like, you know what I mean? They don't do that. They don't go through and set it up in that way to where, what, you just have endless units of enemies. They never utilize another enemy ever. I mean, really? Like, is anybody that's in Microsoft's corner going to really want to talk about reusing assets? For frick's sake, Halo has used the same guns and the same enemy models for a dadgum, how many years? 20 years? How many years has it been out? And they are using the same models and the same guns and the same enemies. Like, they've added for sure, but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with games reusing assets. I'm not even bashing Halo for that. I'm saying that's a standard in the industry. That's completely and totally normal. Yo, what's good? Little Boo 69 afternoon. What are we talking about? What's good, Rhett? We're talking about Elden Ring and why I think it's going to get Game of the Year. Why Game of the Year just got a little bit easier for Elden Ring because of Starfield's delay. Good morning, Remington. Have you watched Maxer's video on the incorrect summary of Elden Ring yet? It's hilarious. No, I've not. Oh, I'm drinking a little Rageous Roast this morning, and boy, oh boy, is it good! It's some of the last bastion of the Frickmas blend. isn't it easier for them to reuse assets? It's just good capital. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've never understood why people get hung up on that. Why do people get hung up on reused assets? I'm genuinely curious, right? Let's do a poll. What game will win Game of the Year 2022? Let's see. Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, or God of War Ragnarok. Which do you think will win out of those three? Poll at the top of the chat. Make sure and take that poll. Make sure and smash the like button and subscribe button. Thank you, everybody, for being here this morning. This is Reforge Gaming, a daily talk show where we pick a topic and we debate it for a couple of hours and discuss it. We also have Reforge Radio, where we do daily gaming news coverage. So this is more topic-oriented. That show's more news-oriented. We are doing a podcast this afternoon on Reforge Radio with Ginger Prime and 30 and So Gaming, the rebirth of the Roundtable, Reforge Roundtable. Everything's getting reforged. Everything's getting forged into something new. So we appreciate you guys supporting all the different things that we're doing. Reusing assets to a certain extent is perfectly normal. Why waste time and money on animations and other stuff that works perfectly fine as it is? I'm going to give you an example, right? I'm going to give you an example. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild had all the shrines, right? And you'd go down in the shrines, and some of those shrines you had battle shrines, okay? And you would have to fight those little guardian guys, the mini guardians. Some of those fights were obviously very similar. The arena was very samey. The guardian was very samey. This was essentially how they created a very big world with repetitious, enjoyable content, many little content loops, okay? Usually a game's content loop is excellent if the macro loop has micro loops within it. So that's something you can do in Elden Ring. You have dungeons, you have caves, you have castles, you have legacy dungeons, you just have open world fights, exploration. Our first new member of the day, Carlos, thank you for jumping in and becoming a member, pushing us a little bit closer to 600 members where my wife has to play Elden Ring. Please help me with this. She has talked so much smack. Thank you so much for doing that. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You're dope and deserve dope stuff. Carlos, thank you. Getting us a little bit closer. So in my mind, that's just normal. It's totally normal for open world games, large games, to reuse assets. If you only knock one game for doing it, I highly doubt you knock other games for doing it as well. Don't sleep on Forspoken. Is Forspoken coming this year, though? Do we have an actual launch date? Why Lono leaving out Battlefield 2042? Yeah, I didn't put Battlefield 2042 on the list. Elden Ring, there's levels to this God mode. What's good, Brandon? Clay Rhoda Derp says, I voted for God of War Ragnarok because I believe gaming journalists are going to give Game of the Year to God of War because they're going to be able to put the game on a low difficulty and blast through the game. Here's why I don't agree with you. Even without easy mode, Elden Ring got ridiculous treatment by the media. It was an absolute media darling. October 11th, doubt. Doubt, Eugene. No. Forspoken's getting delayed. I'm calling it right now. That's not happening. No. Too ambitious. It's too ambitious. It's Unreal 5, is it not? It's Unreal 5. I can't know. The first Unreal 5 game to land on PS5, no. That's 2023 without breaking a dadgum sweat. That's a March or April release. It was already delayed from May. It'll get delayed again is my prediction. That's my prediction. I don't think Forspoken's coming this year. I just don't think so. And winning Game of the Year, I don't know if Forspoken could beat Elden Ring. I really don't. Forspoken looks significantly better. So the first time Forspoken showed up, a lot of people were like, it looks like a combat simulator. It looks like a tech demo. They're just like showing off what they can do. It has gotten significantly better. I don't think, from what I've seen of the protagonist and the cutscenes and things, I don't think it's a Game of the Year contender. I think it would lose to God of War, and God of War will lose to Elden Ring. Like, in my mind, I've not played it yet. I'm just basing this off of the impressions that I get from the gameplay. I don't even think Forspoken would be a contender. Not sure how I feel about the game based on what we've seen. Modern Warfare 2 Game of the Year? I'm kidding. What's good, African Jedi? Forspoken won't get delayed again. It was made in Luminous Engine, not Unreal. What? No, what? Did I get that wrong? I swore that Forspoken was in the Unreal 5 engine. I thought they were showing that whenever they first started talking about Unreal 5. Forspoken versus the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo. Oh, that's what they were doing. They were doing side-by-side comparisons with Forspoken. I remember seeing that. The new setup looks awesome on the TV. Oh, that looks great. I look kind of derpy in the screenshot, but yeah, the setup looks great. The green and the disc plates. We look so professional, don't we? We look so professional. That's right. Thank you for that correction. The Luminous engine, I remember seeing Forspoken in all these Unreal videos, and that's what they were doing. They were comparing Forspoken to the Unreal 5 tech demo videos that had come out. It's the Luminous engine. It's the same as Final Fantasy 15. Okay, I appreciate the correction. You look derpy all the time anyway? Yeah, okay. You're going to look derpy when God of War Ragnarok comes out, Mo. Mo, what do I get when Ragnarok launches and I play it in 2022? What do I get? What do I get when it dominates Game Award nominations? What are you going to do for me, Mo? I'll have to listen to your nonsense for the duration of this year, and I need some penance from you from when that game comes out, right? I didn't get anything when Psychonauts 2 didn't win Game of the Year. Didn't get anything when Starfield got delayed, right? So what do I get when it comes out? Forspoken is a Square game, and everything they make that's not a JRPG has been trash. Outriders, Avengers, Babylon's Fall. I don't know if I would say Outriders was trash, RT Mayday. Outriders was buggy and bad, but that game's turning a pretty good corner in my opinion. They did really good things with the latest update. Avengers, okay, I'll grant you that one. Babylon's Fall is just an absolute tragedy of great proportions. I don't even know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. The only criticism I have for Elden Ring, says Michael B., is that it needs a revamped quest system for some of the more important quests. The Dark Souls system doesn't work for massive games like Elden Ring. I 100% agree with you. I think Elden Ring does things that, like, I get why they do it, and I'm like, that's really cool that you do this mysterious thing, but for frick's sake, you have a giant open world game. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't have this mysterious quest with 18 different steps, and I can ruin step number 7 if I kill the wrong person in the wrong order. Get the frick out of here with all that, dude. Let me play, man. Yeah, Guardians was good. So you got Guardians. Outriders is turning its corner. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to try and defend Avengers, but I feel like even that game has that game is... No, I can't. I can't even give a positive spin to anything that's happened with that game. They've lost just an ungodly amount of money. Just insane. Disagree? Look up. Elden Ring wins for me because they brought Souls to open world. It's an absolute masterpiece. So you think, Hilly, bringing Souls to the open world, they should leave the quests as they are. Super confusing. Just letting you get absolutely lost. I hope From's next game is an open world. It won't be open world. It's going to be that mech game. As much as I love Elden Ring, it's missing things. The open world hurts it in some ways. Guardians was fan-blanking-tastic. What do you think, chat? Do you agree with Hilly? If you're a fan of Elden Ring, I want to hear from you. Do you agree with Hilly that bringing Dark Souls format to the open world was a good choice? Yo, what's good, Mushroom Knight? How are you? Good to see you. Elden Ring Game of the Year is what we're discussing and why I think it just got a little bit easier for Elden Ring to win. And right now we're debating the quest design in Elden Ring. Do you think that Hilly is right? Right? Should they leave it as it is, or should they add some help? Or I don't want to say help, but can you just tell me what the next step is somewhere? Like in a journal or something? I don't need you to put an arrow on the map. I don't. Guys, by the way, I played an amazing game this morning called Source of Madness for our First Look channel. We have a channel called Reforge First Look where if you're interested in games when they're coming out right away, we try to snag the good ones and show them to you. I was going to check out Achilles, which is like a top-down Dark Souls game, but the reviews were terrible. It was like a 50-something%, 59% or something. people were saying it was buggy and laggy and freezing. And I'm like, I'm not going to play a game with Souls Combat top-down if it's buggy and freezing. Source of Madness is a Lovecraftian rogue action RPG. It was super dope. So make sure you check out First Look when that hits, because that game was very cool. So be sure to check out that footage later on our other channel. That'll be an upload. That's not something live. Lack of quests drives me away from completing the side quest line, says Donovan. You can keep a quest log, pen and paper. I know that, Chimera. I know I can keep a quest log with pen and paper. Do you guys know what you can do? You can make my wife play Elden Ring if you hit the join button. Did you know you can do that? For $5 a month, you get a badge next to your name, really cool emotes to use in chat. You get increased access in our Discord. We do an extra stream on Thursday afternoons, and we do an extra stream on Friday nights with my wife. Tonight's community game night instead of playing a game with my wife. But if we get enough members, you can make my wife play Elden Ring. Please do it. Pen and paper, LOL. Right, Solidusly, come on. Get out your journal. Do you guys remember the TV show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? You remember that show? DMCA incoming. Do you remember that show? Didn't they what'd they call you? What'd she call you in that show? All right, gumshoes. All right, gumshoes. And you'd have to get out. They wanted you to have like a pen and paper for the show. Like, that's how you're supposed to play Elden Ring. Where in the world is my next quest step? And you're like taking your notes. You're like writing it down. Yo, Marshmallow, second new member of the day. Second new member of the day. Thanks for jumping in. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You are dope and deserve dope stuff. You deserve extra content, which there'll be some tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on the channel. You're going to move your membership from OG Radio? No worries, no worries. The new radio channel, we do want to see members over there, but if you're only going to do membership in one place, do it here. If you're going to do membership in two places, do it here and on radio. If you play games with the pen and paper next to you to make notes, I'm sorry, but you need to touch grass. Hey, Lido, you obviously never played Myst or Riven. You watch your mouth, bro. You weren't born in the fires of those games. Tell him, chat. All you old fogies in chat, tell this man why you needed, tell this young blood what it was like to play the old games where you had to have a pen and paper. Watch it. Don't reach, young blood. Don't reach. Michael B jumping in as a member. Let's go. Let's get we had a member train yesterday. Let's get another one. 3 new members already. Welcome in, Michael B. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You're dope and deserve dope stuff. African Jedi with 8 months. That is an 8-month milestone renewal. Thank you. Member up, people. Let's get Lono's wife and Elden Lord. D-Flow says, no help. Leave the mystery. It's just from software style. Just use your phone for notes. Yeah, whatever. No, I mean, listen, I've said this before. I like it and dislike it almost equally. Do you know what I'm saying? I like it and I dislike it almost equally because it is cool to have this mysterious open world where every corner, every rock, every cave could be something. Another step, another this, another that, okay? I 100% will say I like it. But then I also am kind of like, can you not just do a little bit more? Just a teensy bit. I mean, I'm talking a teensy bit, right? There's little bit, there's teeny bit, and then there's teensy bit. I mean, teensy bit. It's just a little. Just a page I can go to that's like, what was the last thing Ronnie said? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Elden Ring is an old school RPG, says Butters. They tell a location you have to remember and find what you're looking for near it. I laugh when Madam ends up beating the first boss easily with no issues. Oh, you think that's gonna happen, ADJC? I want this stream to happen so freaking bad. If we get to 1,000 members, she'll do a cam. She'll do like a face reveal. She'll jump on cam with me for those Friday night streams. That's how all the UI nonsense starts. The game is perfect. I'm not talking about UI, Hilliard. That's your full name. I'm not talking about UI. I'm talking about I go into a menu and there's just like a piece of paper that my character has clearly scribbled on. That's all I'm talking about. Just like, what was the last thing that they said? That's all I'm saying. Going to message boards and wikis is part of the fun of FromSoft games, in my opinion. I like that they force me to engage with the community. I mean, do they force you to engage with the community, or they just not put stuff in their game? I said that the other day about Salt and Sanctuary. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Salt and Sacrifice. It's like, well, they put souls in the descriptions. They don't have to tell you a dadgum thing. Hilly says, nope, disagree, stop it. Look at this guy. That's just nitpicking now? I'm not nitpicking. I'm not nitpicking. I'm asking for a tiny little thing. Something teeny tiny. You know what I mean? Same as what, your girlfriend asks from you. Your teeny tiny thing. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm asking. Just a little page. Just a journal tab. I tab over and I'm like, oh, that's what she said. I've not played in a week and I forgot my diary so they can remind me of what she said last time. Eugene says, starts a quest, have to clear 2 areas, 5 bosses to even trigger the next step. What did she say again? What am I looking for? Where in this massive world did the NPC go? F that, says Eugene. Elden Ring wants to be like Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. Ark says, see the map, I was skeptical about the map. Guys, the member at the top of the chat's about to fall off. We got to keep the train going. Somebody click join. Keep that member train going. We got to get my... Come on, we can do it. I want to do it without the gifted the gifted members. Let's get to 600 members without the gifted member beta. Let's prove how crazy we are. Good morning, Tarnish. What's good, Barrier? Always looking cute, Barrier. I don't even know what you look like, but I just thought you needed that this morning. Little shot in the arm, Go get that Barista's number. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just teasing you. You didn't have to go there, but okay, says Danny. What's Horizon? Never heard of the game. Ragnarok sucked too. Are you from the future? John Bon Zombie? How'd you do that? How do you know it's bad already? I love Elden Ring, but some sort of quest help would be nice, says Sorcerer of Havoc. I went to a quest and I missed out on an item because the guy is dead and I can't finish the quest. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How do you even know this stuff? How are you supposed to know you're going to ruin a quest? I'm happy they delayed Starfield. I mean, I think it's better to delay than launch crap, but it certainly is disappointing. As we're discussing this morning, Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier. There's one less game as a potential contender for the top. Mushroom over on TikTok says, I'm super confused. What are you confused about? Oh, are you confused because I'm responding to people that you don't see? I am streaming on TikTok and YouTube simultaneously. That might be why you're confused. That's part of the Souls experience, says Wabi Sabi. But okay, let me just say this, because it's From Fridays, and I love you FromSoft guys. But sometimes I feel that that's just a get-out-of-jail-free card. Bad camera. Well, that's just FromSoft games, man, It's like, it'd be like Miyazaki sending you a letter and telling you that you're ugly and bad at the game, and you'd be like, thank you, Daddy. You know what I mean? You're like, that's just FromSoft, man. It's just Miyazaki. It's just his way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? It's like anything that gets pointed out is like, oh, come on, man. That's just FromSoft, bro. That's just FromSoft. Really confusing quest designs, and you accidentally canceled the quest and ruined it, and you had no idea what you were doing. It's just FromSoft, bro. It's just the way that it goes, bro. You gotta fight, a salad shooter in a closet, and the camera freaks out and you die. That's just FromSoft, bro. You just gotta have better positioning, bro. Yo, Gohan jumping in, keeping the member train alive. There it is. Thank you, Gohan. 4 members for the day. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You're dope and deserve dope stuff. We need like 80-something more members, and my wife has to play Elden Ring. Come on, let's do it without the gifted members thing. We don't need gifted members. We don't need it. LOL, get good. Yeah, just get good, bro. Lono, that's just FromSoft. Nothing's going to change. Get good. That's it. That's exactly right. Every studio has its thing, TBH. Like when I talk Bethesda saying all their weird streams are part of the par for the course. They've earned that position, says Hilly. Thanks for having my back, says Wabi. Since the past games were more linear, it was fine. But this being more open world, it would be nice if the NPCs stood out a bit more on the map at least. Also, usually they give you items that tell you. Oh, come on. I get what you're saying, Ashen. I get what you're saying. Yeah, if you can remember that so-and-so gave you an item, you can go look at the item and it might tell you. It might tell you. I get it. Do you really think they haven't considered a notes page for quest tips? I'm sure they considered it. I really do. Listen. One of the reasons that you defend them and you're like, it's just FromSoft, bro, is because it is. Like, they like doing it. They like doing it. I kind of respect their swagger. I kind of respect their attitude. They're like, bro, it's the game. Take it or leave it. Shut your frickin' mouth. It's almost like they're telling you to be quiet, and you're like, yes, I'll do as you say. I will. It's my fault. I ran into your fist. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they don't even attempt. They don't even attempt to be nice to you, and you just think it's wonderful. That like I said, I kind of respect it, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, just the littlest thing would go the longest way. Why aren't you playing Evil Dead? Why are you playing Evil Dead, Jason Max? Every time a game comes out, are you a bot? He just comes in here and is like, why aren't you playing this new game? It's from Friday, bro. I might get a code. I might play it, but I'm not going to play it right now. We do a talk show every morning. They patched the game to show NPCs on the map. I've never thought FromSoft would do something like that, being as cryptic as they are. Well, Lido, listen, you have to contextualize what they did in the past to an open world map. I think that's fair. When Lord Miyazaki speaks, you obey. Simple. Yeah. I swear to frick, if Miyazaki went out tomorrow on Twitter and said, hey everybody, we really need you to take your strongest character and go jump off of a mountaintop and then delete your save, people would be like, yes, papa, and then they would go do it, you know, and they'd be like, why did I do that? And he'd be like, no real reason, just because I told you to. And people are like, he's a GD genius. Do you know what I'm saying? People would be like, he's a gosh darn genius. Miyazaki did it again. I hate to say it, but if you think Elden Ring does not help you talk to anyone that plays games like Tarkov and such, they drop you in and tell you how to do absolutely nothing. Yeah, but that's not... If I go to a restaurant and they slightly burn my steak, and I'm like, hey, this isn't exactly what I asked for. It's a little teeny bit overdone. Like, if you would have just the littlest bit would have gone a long way. It's just slightly overdone. And they're like, look, man, there are restaurants that literally feed you shoe leather. So, like, just pointing to other extremes doesn't convince me, like, at all. I'll do whatever Miyazaki says if he gives us Bloodborne on PC. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I would delete all my characters if he gave me Bloodborne on PC. I would sacrifice all my characters in the pits of hell for Bloodborne on PC. Chimney Christmas. Barrier, massive crowdsourcing, and I can only expect they feed people early access or the steps. I do wonder sometimes, Eugene, how people figure those steps out like that. It does seem a bit odd. How do people figure it out as quickly as they do? To be honest, I think I'd appreciate another condensed experience over another massive open world for the next Souls game, but that probably won't happen now. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that Elden Ring's map size contributes to them sort of feeling like it's not it doesn't feel like it's enough Souls, you know? Hey, could we get 23 more likes on the video? Let's get 200 likes. We're off to a great start. Every Friday's From Friday. If you're a fan of FromSoftware games, we usually are discussing Elden Ring. Obviously, if more FromSoftware news comes out, we'll cover whatever it is because we know there's things coming, whether it's DLC or Armored Core or Bloodborne. I mean, if Bloodborne we ever get a remaster, I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but dadgummit, I want to play it. I'm a fairly new convert to FromSoftware games, played Dark Souls 3 and Sekiro as a lead up to Elden Ring. I have beat Elden Ring. I did way too much summoning, so now we're doing a no summons playthrough. That will be happening later this afternoon after this talk show. So make sure and hit subscribe and the bell button if you want to talk in my chat. If you're not logged in, logged in. If you're not a member, consider becoming a member to the channel. Subscribing is free. A membership is $5 a month, and it gets you a bunch of great features and extra content, and you can help me make my wife play Elden Ring if we hit the goal for the month of May. Thank you guys for being here and giving us a great, strong start to a Friday morning. And don't forget that tonight on this channel is a members-only community game night. So 8 p.m. tonight, Eastern. Make sure you're there for it. Get your Halo Infinite installed and updated. I don't like Halo. Who cares? It's goofy custom games. Don't think of it as Halo. Think of it as like a party game. I already beat Elden Ring. Now I feel bored. I don't know what to do now. I'm going to tell you right now, I did not like New Game Plus. Elden Ring New Game Plus was a friggin' snooze fest. When I killed Radon in like 7 hits, I said, no, I'm done. This is too easy. I restarted, and I'm just doing a completely different build, and I'm challenging myself to no summons. Not a jellyfish, not an NPC, not a co-op partner. No summoning beginning to end. We are on our way to Volcano Manor today, I think. What just got easier? Can you not read the title and the thumbnail, Fairy Man? Is it too much work for you this morning? Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier. Game of the Year just got easier. I'm not saying Elden Ring Game of the Year. It just got easier. I'm saying Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier. Come on. Is that hard to understand? On my 4th All Remembrance playthrough in Elden Ring, using halberds, only no summons, the game keeps being awesome. New Game Plus is bad, I agree. New Game Plus gets better the higher you go. I don't have time for that. Playing it once or twice a week, that confused me too. Oh my gosh. Why did it get easier? Because Starfield got delayed out of this year. Tommy's like, I just clicked. Oh, it just clicked. Oh my word. Starfield Game of the Year 2023 just got easier. No. Breath of the Wild 2 is going to kick it square in the shins. That's good, though. That's funny, Jason. That's funny. You've redeemed yourself from asking me why I'm not playing some other game this morning. Good people of Reforge, hear me. Hear me now. You will never get your effing quest log. Title needs a comma. You need a comma. Quiet. I'm just kidding. I like you. You don't need a comma. You don't need anything. I don't know. I told Barrier he was cute this morning, so you are too, Quiet Shy. You don't need any comma. You're cute and adorable and all those things. I don't have any clue what you guys look like, but you're cute in my book. Yo, what's good, Creed? Good to see you on TikTok. Saw a vid yesterday and someone found a brand new NPC, beast ability and armor set we haven't seen yet. Say what now? Say Fable 4 is taking 2023. If you think Fable 4 is coming out next year, I got bad news for you. It's not. Thanks, I think. You're welcome. Volcano Manor is the proper progression before Kylid. Yeah, we're going to do that before Kylid. What's your top 5 game of the year? This year? This year, it's Elden Ring followed by Forbidden West. Not much else has come out this year. Poor Danny. I was told I have small pee-pee. I mean, I don't know who told you that, Danny. I mean, is there evidence of the claims against you? If there's evidence of the claims against you, then just own it. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. But if there's no evidence, then just keep on keeping on, my man. If you have evidence contrary to the claim that you have small pee-pee, then I would just live in the light. You don't need to worry about that. You like Death's Door? Was Death's Door this year? What am I, chopped liver? ADJC, you know. You're the cutest ginger I know. Well, I don't know. Ginger Prime's pretty good-looking man. He's more handsome. He's more of a handsome man. He's got that seasoned look. He's got that old. I don't want to say old. Oh gosh, he's gonna quit the show already. I just ruined the Reforge Roundtable by calling Ginger old. Maybe Black Myth Wukong will take 2023. Oh golly, Black Myth Wukong is gonna be amazing. Just tuned in. How did Elden Ring get easier? Oh my gosh. Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier. Elden Ring winning Game of the Year just got easier. Oh my word, chat. Somebody help me. Is it that unclear? Am I that dumb? Did I presume? I presumed too much, I think. I thought it was a good title. I thought it was a good title and a good thumbnail. Everybody's like, how did it get easier? All these people that want easy mode or hate easy mode, they're coming in equally. They're like, wait. What just got easier? What got easier, bro? It's pretty unclear, won't lie. You're unclear, Enlo Eagle. I don't even know what the beginning of your name means. Enlo Eagle. What does it mean? Starfire got delayed yesterday, folks. Starfield. We are completely off the rails. It is, bro. People do not understand what you're saying. Well, that makes them come in and click. It's totally fine. It works. Listen, if you're just tuning in, Elden Ring winning Game of the Year just got easier because Starfield got delayed out of 2022. I opened the show with an argument about how Starfield and Breath of the Wild 2 getting pushed out of this year is making it easier for Elden Ring to win Game of the Year. The only other contender left is God of War Ragnarok. Star Fox got delayed, guys. Yeah. Y'all need coffee? You do need coffee. Who's going to be the first coffee order of the day? Here it is. I didn't even ask for it. First coffee order of the day, 2 bags of light roast to Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. Who wants to be the second coffee order this morning? Thank you so much, Aaron. Appreciate that. We've got a handful of members this morning and our first coffee order. We're off to a great start. 4 new members. If you've never had coffee with balanced acidity and you're a coffee drinker, you've got to at least try it once. I say that because I know then you won't be able to stop ordering it. That's my ploy. This is not a sponsor, by the way, all right? So we have a light roast and a dark roast. Use that coffee command or click the coffee link in the description below. Supports me and the family. My wife and kiddos bag it up and ship it to you. You're supporting a small business, so thank you for that. When's that coming out? When's what coming out? Yeah, Redfall got delayed as well. Yep. Too much Frickmas blend. I'm just feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. We're making a lot of good changes, and we're just seeing what we want to see. Redirect's still broken, but what are you going to do? Who decides Game of the Year anyway? Is it a panel of judges? Didn't they explain how they did that? It's like a board of people. And then it's also, they look at media or something. I can't remember. God of War, when's that game coming out? It's coming out this year, Mo. Listen, you Xbox guys have got to let that one go. It's just making you look silly. It's making you look silly. There's no evidence to think it's not coming. All evidence is to the contrary. Like, the reason I think Forspoken's getting delayed is delaying from, like, May to October is nothing. Like, what is it, 5 months? What's that? What is that? That's nothing. Ragnarok has so many signs pointing to its release date. It's just bait. I'm not taking the bait. You're not distracting from today's conversation. I'm tired of having to tell you guys just basic facts. Just, that's enough. You want to do that when we're talking Ragnarok, you want to do that when we're talking Xbox, fine. Oh, you want to know when I think it's coming out, what month? Oh. September was the placeholder. I think it's going to land in September or October, one of those. If it lands too late in November, it won't be in contention for Game of the Year. What about Neo 3? I don't know anything about Neo 3. With the current climate, I'll worry about it when it's on Steam. Yeah, I don't think November. But is it action-adventure? Shut up, Diaz. Ragnarok is September the 30th, says Tommy. Yeah, Tommy's thinking September the 30th. It's funny, bots rooting for the God of War delay. That's what I mean. You don't have any reason to think it other than the fact that you don't like the platform. Like, you don't have evidence. There's not even a reason from like a gut instinct standpoint to think it. It's just a big distraction. The judges for Game of the Year are so biased on their opinions of what's good and not good. I remember Last of Us 2 winning. Listen, I don't want to get into a Last of Us 2 debate with you, but I will concede that it probably won because of cultural stuff. Ghost of Tsushima got robbed. I'll just say it. Sequels always struggle to win Game of the Year because they have to dramatically outshine the previous title, right? Dramatically. And Tsushima got robbed. We've had this debate before, so I don't feel like having it again, but Ghost of Tsushima deserves Game of the Year. A brand new IP that makes almost no missteps. Practically flawless game. A brand new IP. Yeah, I get angry just thinking about it. I'd suck Lono's toes for Bloodborne on PC, 60 FPS. Is that all it takes? You're I'm just kidding. Let's hope it'll happen to Elden Ring 2 in 2025. What do you mean in 2025? What are you talking about? You made missteps? No, I didn't. How'd you feel overall about Division 2 yesterday? You know what's funny? Division 2 just feels like such a great game when you're playing it and just moving through the game. I can't tell you what the end game feels like now, though, with expertise in the new countdown mode. I can't tell you, but I'll tell you this. I'm feeling something in the wind. I'm feeling something in the wind, and it's not an upset stomach from bad food. There is something happening with that game. There's something there. I can't put my finger on it yet. It's not fully realized. It isn't. I think it's the beginning of their turning point. We talked about how like Division 1.4 was the beginning of the turning point that led to Division 1.8. I think that's what yesterday was. I don't think you're going to see some crazy like, it's a whole new game, but I think you're going to see this big resurgence of players because of the sale and because of the free-to-play weekend. There's something happening over there, man. There's something happening over there. That's all I'll say for now. I don't want to distract from today's show or topic. If you're just tuning in, Elden Ring Game of the Year, Elden Ring winning Game of the Year just got easier in my opinion with the Starfield delay. There's not much else left on the calendar to be a contender. I think God of War Ragnarok will be a contender just based on how good God of War 2018 was, and I believe Ragnarok is coming this year. There's all signs point to it. Industry insiders are like, nope, it's coming. People that have worked on the game, like little devs, are like, nope, it's coming. You know what's funny? I'm going to do a side rant. I am going to do a side rant. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. It's funny that before Starfield got delayed, do you know what people kept saying? They kept saying, no, I don't think Ragnarok's coming because nobody official said anything. Just these little devs and different people from the company said anything. Todd Howard himself said that Starfield, the date was set in ink. How'd that work out for you? How'd that work out for you? Do you still feel strong in your predictions and your thoughts? Because, well, there were no little employees or side little devs making comments. God Howard himself came down from the mountain with the 10 Commandments and said, hey, it's in ink. It's set in ink. You said that was more official. Yeah, how official was it? Anyway, just a little side rant. Just a little side rant, that's all. Do you feel in charge? Do you feel in charge? I squeezed my nose to do Bane and I made myself sneeze. I mean, I think it'll win setting and sound for the year. I don't know about Game of the Year. Something that none of us played will win. What do you mean something that none of us played will win? What are you talking about? Todd Howard must have had an iron gut after all the words he's had to eat over the years. Starfield dev leaker. Everyone believes said Starfield was on track for 11/11. That's not true. That's not true at all. Jason Schreier just said yesterday that employees at the company were like, I don't know if that's possible. We're looking at another Cyberpunk if we do that. I got Lono to do the Bane voice. I can go to bed accomplished. If I took that thing off, Would you die? It would be incredibly painful. Everybody's like, oh, for you. Stupid. That's so dumb. For you. The fact that he's Bane and Venom is still pretty impressive, even though I hated that version of Bane. I got a feeling the game of the year is going to be Tales of Arise. No way. What makes you trust Schreier? I have zero respect for the man. None. I think I don't have any respect for him and how he's handled misconduct and things that happened in 2020. I don't trust him in that realm. But when he has insider information, his record speaks for itself. His record speaks for itself. Like, you know what I mean? It would be like, I don't respect this mobster, but every time he gives me a tip, it's good. It's solid gold. It's gold, Jerry. It's gold. Like, come on. The guy doesn't miss when he has insider information. He doesn't. When has he walked out and said, I got people at this company telling me this thing's going down, and then it doesn't happen? I don't like him either, but his insider info is gold. That's what I mean. For me personally, the only thing that stands a chance against Elden Ring is if Silksong comes out. I don't know what's going on with Silksong. What are they doing? What are they doing? Like, why are you not even appearing at the Nintendo Indie Showcase? Like, what's happening with that game? I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting worried. I'm really getting worried about that game. Did they bite off more than they could chew? They got, what is this, scope creep going on? You know what I mean? That didn't end well. What happened with that guy? Your account has gotten locked? What happened there? He talked about the new Silent Hill. Oh, the guy... Oh, there you go. Team Cherry just likes taking their time. What about Hogwarts as a possible Game of the Year contender? I'm also nervous about Hogwarts coming out this year. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anything slated for fourth quarter is very, very tenuous. Is very, very tenuous. I don't have a lot of confidence in the fourth quarter of this year. No, Ghostwire will not compete for Game of the Year. No, it didn't get the greatest reviews. It got good reviews, but not amazing reviews. I think Harry Potter fans will make Hogwarts Legacy into a challenge for Elden Ring for Game of the Year. Hogwarts looks like a mobile game. Yeah, Hogwarts looks okay. I don't think Hogwarts looks like it's going to be groundbreaking. I do think it's got something incredibly unfair in its corner, and that is it's Harry Potter. You know what I mean? That game's going to do amazing for a couple of reasons. Because tons of people really don't like J.K. Rowling, and that'll make that game super, super, like, lightning rod, which is great for press. Babylon's Fall equals Game of the Year. Yeah, for sure. It's the fastest game down to one player in history. Kirby did pretty good. Consider who does the voting for Game of the Year. The journalists won't vote for Hogwarts. Some won't even cover it. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Hogwarts doesn't get even nominated. The game world is getting infected with the tribalism of the day. You either agree with this version of reality, you either agree with this worldview, or you're getting absolutely freaking toasted. Like, we've seen that. We've seen that time and time again. So Hogwarts is going to struggle to probably even get nominated because they don't want to deal with the crybaby mob, you know. How dare you support this game? Like, oh my gosh. Shut the frick up. Like, go read more blogs in a Starbucks or something. Get out of here. Jiminy Christmas. Like, go frame your liberal arts degree in your parents' basement. Nobody wants to hear from you. Just tiring. Only contenders I see are Horizon and Elden Ring, with Tunic in a distant third at this point. I'm doubtful of anything else scheduled for this year. I don't think Horizon's a contender. I think God of War is coming this year, and I think it's the only contender left on the battlefield. There's nothing left. to contend with Elden Ring. Makes me sad because Hogwarts looks like a legit Game of the Year contender. I just don't know. I don't know. From what I've seen, Sven, I think it looks good, but I don't think it looks like it's going to be Game of the Year. That's disruptive. You know what I mean? When you got the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn, when you got Elden Ring, when you got God of War Ragnarok, I don't think Hogwarts is at a level from what I've seen that will put it up there with those games. Metroid Dread was last year. Metroid Dread was last year. It was, it already won. It already won some awards. Like all the complaining right now with game companies not condemning. Yeah, I don't want to get into that, Telorn. Yeah, but that, yeah. Sony's CEO is learning that you either acquiesce or shut your mouth. Like the tyrannical mob is here. They are here. Acquiesce to what we think or shut up. That's what they say. That's their attitude. Guess what? One day you won't be the mob. You won't be in power. One day your majority and your thought will not be what people think. So I hope you're ready, because you're setting the ground rules right now that you either acquiesce or shut up. They're setting the cultural ground rules, and it's like, buddy, you better buckle the frick up, because culture and time always moves and always changes. You will not be king forever. Your thoughts and your ideas will not be in the lead forever, and you're setting horrible precedents for how to treat people that don't agree with you. Just wait. The shoe always goes to the other foot. The pendulum always swings. Always. Love the content, man. Thank you, Mark. Our friends in Washington really set the scene for game companies to conform. Never been happier to not cover their game. Never been happier to not cover their game or be associated with them. Just so pleased to be on a completely different path. So, how do you put God of War on this list? It doesn't even have a release date. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with God of War Ragnarok. Knowing what we know about God of War 2018, right? Knowing what we know about God of War 2018, how well it did. They're using those existing assets, existing engine. This originally was born as like a DLC. And what they learned about like pipeline and efficiency and how that impacted the building of this game after they ported God of War 2018 to PC. After that happened, I think the game will be phenomenal. Like how could they not build an amazing game in light of all those realities? Does that make sense? It was like before Horizon Forbidden West came out, we knew it was going to be a contender for awards. The developer's history, the first game, from the gameplay that we saw. No, I've not seen it yet, Skiffy. Yo, Zinthos hitting a 9-month milestone. Thanks for renewing your membership. Welcome back in. Hope you and the fam are good. Thank you, thank you. Any game designers in chat? I'm very excited about UE5. Yeah, Unreal 5 is going to completely... I think it's going to completely change expectations about photorealism and performance. God of War Ragnarok, November 18th, 2022. No, Ragnarok is not next-gen only. It's cross-gen. It'll be the last cross-gen game for PlayStation. It's the last one. And the reason it's the last one is because they started working on it well before the dev kits were in circulation. I think when they pushed out the 4K checkerboard 60 frames per second update for God of War 2018 on the PS5, I think that was the beginning of them testing that engine and the assets to make sure it could do that. That's what I think. That's what I think they were doing. So if you're just tuning in, because of the Starfield delay, I believe that the Elden Ring Game of the Year 2022 just got easier. It is easier, I believe, to win now. I thought Horizon was the last big cross-gen title. No, God of War Ragnarok is the last big cross-gen title. Last one, yes. I'm not spamming. Please subscribe. If you're asking people to subscribe to your channel, I'll just ban you. If you're telling people to subscribe to me, that's wonderful and great. It's against YouTube terms and conditions to come in and self-promote yourself, so it's an easy ban. Too many people on the UE5 train solely because it's freely available for everyone. I don't know if that's a problem. Why would that be a problem, though? Do you think with more advanced tech like UE5 coming out, we will eventually hit a kind of ceiling on how good games can be, or will graphics continue to improve? MC Waffle, I believe we are already right underneath that ceiling. I believe we're already underneath that ceiling, and I'm going to give you some examples as to why. I did check out Season 9 yesterday, but I have to beat the New York DLC before I can check out the expertise stuff and the new content. You got to hit like level 40. I think there's good things coming with that game. I think they're starting to turn the rudder right now. That's what I think. Okay, so here's what's going on with gaming right now. Top of the feed. Good morning, Salty. Here's what's going on. I think if you look at the graphical comparisons of games from the last 5 years, you're not seeing the needle move that much, okay? Look in the last 5 years. It's 2022, so go all the way back to like 2017. Games that launched in 2017 all the way to now. Marginal differences in graphical fidelity. The main thing we're seeing now is that the performance on the systems, they can actually hit better frames per second. So you go all the way back to, like Red Dead Redemption 2. When did Red Dead Redemption 2 come out? RDR2 release date. When was that? 2018. Okay, so 2018. So four and 5 years ago, games were coming out that just looked absolutely incredible. And the difference between how good like Red Dead Redemption 2 looks and how good some games now look with like open world photorealism, it's not that different. The main difference that you're seeing is performance. So what ends up happening is you can only make a game look so real, right? There is no ceiling. There will be no ceiling for our grandchildren. The ceiling will be at our ceiling will be at Atari level for them. No, that's simply untrue. Games can only look so real. There is a ceiling on how good something can look. The minute we get to the point where in like 15 years, games quite literally look like real life, and you can't distinguish between real life and the video game, you can't go beyond that. You can't. Fully generated worlds that are identical to the real world. Like, you can't get more. What are you going to do? I don't understand what you're going to do. Now, experientially, sure. You could get to the point where, like, you're plugging into a chair that's plugging into your brain and feeding you this euphoric, real-life, Ready Player One experience. But the graphics themselves? No, there's a ceiling. There's a total ceiling. You can't get more real than real. What's good, Orphan Twin? We're not near that ceiling? Oh, yes, we are. Oh my gosh, we're very near. We're a lot closer to the ceiling than I thought we would be right now. Have you seen some of the Unreal 5 footage? Oh my gosh. In a decade. It's going to take 10 years. It's going to take 10 years. And we're going to be looking at stuff that you can't distinguish the difference. You're going to be like, I can't tell the difference. There'll be quizzes and videos online. Which tree is real? And you'll say, I have no idea. I can't tell. I see footage now, and I'm like, that's fake. That's just somebody with a camera outside on a hillside. Yo, what's good, Radical? Poor Horizon. It's good enough for Game of the Year, but it keeps coming out against other tremendous games. Yeah. It'll win some awards, though, for sure, Rad. It will. The signs are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. How's the bebe? How's that little bebe doing? With graphics the way they are today, I'm surprised that Bluepoint is the only studio that's kind of dedicated to remaking classic games. Big market opportunity for those companies. Did I eat at this ramen shop last week, or is this rendered? That's what I'm saying. We are right there on the cusp. We're right there. The uncanny valley is here, man. It's creepy. It is absolutely creepy. I'm sure that UE5 stuff is also using the absolute best hardware available, very unrealistic for consumers. Well, that's why I said it's going to take 10 years. It's going to take 10 years. The tech has to catch up with the tech, if that makes sense. The tech has to catch up with the tech. People are asking, how is Elden Ring easier? If you're just tuning in, Elden Ring winning Game of the Year just got easier. That's my contention. That's what I'm arguing. He's great. I have an updated photo I'll shoot you. I'm having mild mom anxiety because of the formula shortage. I choose not to breastfeed, so we're sweating a bit. And breastfeeding is really, really difficult. It's a huge challenge. I don't shame any mother who doesn't either chooses not to or simply just can't get it, you know? There are lactation consultants that can really help, but man, it can be tough. It can be really tough. Oh my goodness. Look at that little grin. You're in trouble, Rad. You're in trouble. Look at that little smile. What a cutie. He's happy. He's a happy baby. Well, you have to think, people are out here using 30 to 50 cams to scan an asset. It's probably massively expensive. He was lip and tongue-tied, couldn't latch, and I wasn't confident either. You're being a good mama. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can be a good mama and not breastfeed. Our son was tongue-tied, and we had to do a little laser thing to get rid of it, and then he could latch. And my wife had to do these, like, tongue massages under his tongue so it didn't grow back. And it made a huge difference. But boy, when he was tongue-tied, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. It was devastating and upsetting for weeks before. Maybe it might have been a month. We're trying to send. Oh, come on. Why are you bringing that up? Why are you bringing that up? Oh, is this the new strategy now? This is the new strategy. Okay. I'm getting them. Hang on. Customization. We'll do a 5-second slow mode. It won't affect you guys. You shouldn't need to type more than 5 seconds. Will not hurt you guys, but it'll slow the bots down. I mean, the bots just help the channel. Like, it's a unique text, it's a unique login, it's a unique channel hit. I don't know why they do it. No one's going to your sites. You're just helping me. It's stupid. Do people click those links? No, they don't. You could right now come in here and put a link to a site of like somebody doing something amazing and people wouldn't click. You think they're going to click on that? If they want that, it's really easy to go get that. Like, I just don't know what people are thinking. As a strategy. We didn't get it cut until like a month in. He never stood latching chance. Yeah. It's tough. Jiminy Christmas. This guy is committed today. Do me a favor, guys. Just don't commentate. I know who it is, and he's doing it because we've been having a killer week, and he can't take it. So just let him writhe in silence. Don't even acknowledge it. Who wants to pay? Exactly. Let's see here. I think the power of streamers and entertainers is that they can help people get by just a bit easier. It's also great to connect with others in humanity, so I hope you feel better. Can you not ban people? No, we are. Acknowledge who? That's exactly right. It's getting taken care of. It's just they're making multiple accounts. It's clearly not automated. It's not automated. It's always in response to us having really good days. He can't take it. He made a bunch of accounts in preparation for today. Nightbot posting links again. Did Dead Space Remake get an official release date? It did. We have a video that should hit the updates channel about that today. It did. We did. I tell you what you guys can do. Make sure and vote on the poll. What game will win Game of the Year 2022? Elden Ring with 84% of the vote. Forbidden West with a 6%. And God of War Ragnarok with a 10% of the vote. Make sure and cast your vote up at the top. That does help out the channel. You know what else helps out the channel? You know what else makes this troll mad? Is when people become members or tip money. So have a ball. Let's try and hit a member goal for the day. We're at 4 new members. Let's get 6 more new members. Let's hit 10 for the day. We'll continue working our way towards that 600 member goal. and we'll make my wife play Elden Ring. If we can get to 600 members by the end of this month, she has to play Elden Ring. So if you're a fan of Elden Ring, you're going to want to see this. You're really, really going to want to see this. Bungie trying to get Lono for their OnlyFans again? Yeah. Todd Howard's scared of another Cyberpunk situation. I mean, according to Schreier, there are people at the company that said they were worried about that November 11th launch date, you know? Horizon is a masterpiece in its own right, but it just can't launch at a good time. Morning, just got back from the doctor. I need a stint in my leg. What did I miss this morning? We're discussing how Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier, and we're saying that, like, it winning Game of the Year just got easier. I'm not saying that, like, Elden Ring just got easier. Did you bully that dude in past life? Like 4 or 5 years ago, I snapped at him during a stream, and he's messed with me, my wife, my mods, my business for 4 or 5 years. Like, just, I don't even know how to describe it anymore. It's just sad. Like, I don't even know how to describe it other than that. It's just extremely sad. $10 tip from Sorcerer of Havoc. Stupid trolls got nothing on us. Triple dip. Thank you, Sorcerer of Havoc. God of War is not going to release this year. Do you have any reason that you're saying that other than the fact that you own an Xbox instead of a PlayStation? I'm not an Elden Ring fan, but I still want to watch it. Thank you, Lewis. Yeah, Abe. Yes. You have both? So you have a PS5. Okay, then why do you think it's going to get delayed? What have you seen, heard? What evidence do you have that it's getting delayed? Like, what are you basing your prediction off of? Typically, when someone makes a prediction, there's a reason for it, right? Good evening from Greece. Good evening to Greece. Could we get 40 more likes on the video? If you've been enjoying the show today and you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do that. If you're not logged in, make sure you're logged in on your account so you can do that. Yo, there it is, Mick Waffle, getting the member train started. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's hit that 10. That's 5 new members for the day. Thank you, Mick Waffle. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You're dope and deserve dope stuff. Don't forget, as a member, you get extra content Thursday afternoons and Friday nights. Tonight is community game night. And I don't care if you don't like Halo Infinite. We're going to be playing custom games. It's like party games. So don't think of it as Halo Infinite. Think of it as like a free shooter that you can download and play party games with us tonight. If we were to see a delay from God of War, where do you think it will be announced? I could see a delay on everything in production pre-Siki has been delayed once. Yeah, Ragnarok already got delayed, though. It already got delayed. So I don't know if they're going to do it again. There's too many people that have said it's coming. Yo, Low Life King says, take this with a $20 tip. Thank you, sir, through Super Chat. Appreciate that very, very much. Lots of games have been getting delayed, and no game wants to compete with Elden Ring. Okay, that's not a terrible argument. Okay, you're more thoughtful than most people that say that it's getting delayed. I'll give you credit. I will give you full marks for actually being somewhat thoughtful about it. You are correct to say that a lot of games have been delayed. God of War has already been delayed once. And I do think, the whole doesn't want to compete with Elden Ring. I think while that's thoughtful, I don't think that's how game companies launch games. I just don't think so. These emotes are sick. Oh, thank you, McWaffle. MC. Oh, it's MC Waffle, not McWaffle. Coming up here, we got MC Waffle. Sorry about that. Randall the Vandal says, can't wait for Armored Core 6 to see Lono get destroyed by OP PvP builds. Why would I play PvP in that game? I don't play PvP in Elden Ring. What? My wife just said that a McWaffle sounds amazing. So maybe you should consider changing your name. People put too much credence in the awards. They care about returns, not awards. Arch Enigma with a $5 tip through Super Chat. What's that? Ignoring someone? Couldn't hear them over the sound of this tip member train. Thank you, Arch Enigma. I appreciate that. Who's the next person going to click that join button? You can also type !join in the chat. No one is legit delaying their game to make it fall within a certain rewards year. Yeah, like, I do think over the next couple of years, Eugene, the Game Awards will be more of a factor than they are now, but I don't think they're going to be a big enough factor for somebody to delay their game. Do you know what I mean? Radical says, hey, fam, let's get the likes to 300. Mama says, do it now. Listen, when Mama Rad speaks, you got to do what she says. That's the rules. I don't make these rules, man. That's just it. That's what we have to abide by. We need gifted memberships. I really want to hit 600 members without gifted memberships, like as a matter of pride. Like, rather than get mad that we didn't get in the beta, like, let's just challenge ourselves to do it without the feature. You know what I mean? Armored Core live service is going to be a giant wet dream. Been playing Armored Core for years, on and off. Still play those endgame fights. YouTube does have gifted. Yeah, we didn't get into the beta yet. It's about profit, says Brandon. God of War will be a top contender. I want you to think about what you're saying. So let's just really analyze the prediction that it's going to get delayed because it doesn't want to compete with Elden Ring. Let's just analyze the prediction, okay? Right now, God of War Ragnarok can be the only game launching holiday. Virtually the only game. There's like maybe one or two other games that might launch. Nothing at the size of Ragnarok. It can be the absolute holiday Leviathan. That is so good for them to be the only fourth quarter holiday releasing game. Like, that's amazing. There's literally no way they're going to be like, well, instead of doing that, let's push so that we can be in contention. Yo, Chris Lethal jumping in. Thank you so much. That's member number 6. Member number 6. We only need 4 more to hit 10 members for the day. Thank you, Chris Lethal. Enjoy your dope badge and emotes. You are dope and deserve dope stuff. I agree with Tim the Tapman as well. Waffles are superior. I agree with Tim. I love Tim. I want to touch his bald head. What did I say? Oh yeah, waffles are better. Sorry, I blacked out. Holy crap, it worked. Yeah, it wasn't working for a while, Lethal. It's because they were working on gifted memberships. I think that's why you and other people couldn't do it. Suede says, Game of the Year is tricky. Which one? Keeley's or Dice seem to be the prestigious ones, but I doubt anyone is really scheduling around those unless there's bonus. Yeah, here's what I'm saying, Suede. Keeley's Game Awards are going to be a continual growth in the industry. It's going to be a central... Keeley is a genius. Jeff, I love him. I actually do. I love him. I think he's gotten so much better as a host, but he's a dadgum genius. He will be... Think about what Keeley has done. Just a freaking genius. He will be the centerpiece summer event every year now because he did what E3 failed to do a couple of years ago. He leaned into the digital and said, let's do a digital show. Summer Games Fest will become the central game event of the summer. It will. Write it down. Game Awards will become the holiday Game Award event of the year. He gets to hit you in the summer. He gets to hit you at the end of the year with a holiday fourth quarter Game Awards. I mean, he's a dadgum genius. He's absolutely capitalized on something that everybody else was failing to capitalize on. The digital streaming viewer market is absolutely massive, and nobody saw it. Yeah, there's no E3 this year. Do you think Modern Warfare 2 could compete if it lives up to the hype and comes back with good stories again? I think Modern Warfare 2 could be phenomenal, and I think it'll probably be hailed as an amazing game. I do, from everything we're hearing. They're putting so much behind it. I do. I think Modern Warfare 2 will be phenomenal. I don't think it'll be Game of the Year, though. Pancakes are basically tea. Wait, I think I did that wrong. You did it wrong, Zubair. Agree, there's been some growing pains for sure, but Keeley is good for the industry, and I'm rooting for him. Yeah. Sony could dominate the fall with God of War, Forspoken, and Final Fantasy 16. All could release in the fall. The only uncertain one is Final Fantasy 16. I think Forspoken's getting bumped to next year. I do. I'm standing by it. I'm standing by it. I think it gets bumped to next year. I don't think it's coming this year. Now, I don't have any reason other than my gut. I don't have any other reason other than that to think that. Could Forspoken sneak in Game of the Year category? If it manages to launch, maybe. I just don't know. Elden Ring is just such a monster. It's just a monster of a game. It got media darling treatment. Its commercial success is bonkers. 13 million units sold in its launch month. Elden Ring absolutely crushed it. The original score, the open world, it's a monster of a game to compete with. It makes almost no missteps. Its greatest offense was it had performance issues when it launched. Like, that's it. It's the best open world game I've ever played. I would say the only thing tipping the scales into God of War's favor is that they are releasing closer to the Game Awards, similar to movies with the Oscars. Yeah, it's fresher in everybody's mind. Well, and people will be able to actually beat it. Reviewers will be able to beat it. The member at the top of chat's about to disappear. Who's clicking join next to keep a member up there? Keep that train going. Exclamation point join in the chat or click that join button. We're super close to 300 likes. 5 more likes. Let's go. Let's go. We're having a nice big day. Nice big From Friday. Yeah, recency bias. Exactly, Ash. I like the cut of your jib, Ash. Contributing really well to the chat. I like when I see a new face that's really contributing. It makes the chat move. Seems like Game of the Year will go to Elden Ring regardless of how great Ragnarok is. FromSoftware is a media darling, deservedly so, like Naughty Dog. Whatever they release usually gets a lot of awards. Bonzo using the coffee command. Yeah, who's going to be the next coffee order today? We've only gotten one. Let's get another one. Let's go. Happy Friday 13th. That's right. From Friday today. Love that reference. Well, every Friday is From Friday. Every Friday is From Friday. We've been doing From Fridays for... How long have we been doing From Fridays? Has it been a year? A Myrtle Turtle jumping back in as a member, getting a blue badge. Welcome. Lono never likes the cut of our jibs. Oh, stop. Stop it. My kids do that now. Do it for me. Do it for me, Papa. I got to do it for both of them. Anything I do, I got to do it for both of them. Is that what you're doing, Sven? If I compliment somebody, I got to compliment you too? It's been about a year. Yeah, it's been about a year. I see how it is. Lono sees a new pretty face in the chat and forgets about us old folks. See what I'm saying? Look at you guys. Look at you guys. That's pathetic. It's pathetic. Oh, man. Jealousy. It's kind of adorable. I compliment one person. Look at what you've done, Ash Campbell. Forspoken looks clunky. I don't see Game of the Year material. Yeah, it's one of those things where Forspoken, when it first came, it like first debuted on the internet, it looked like, it really did. It looked like a tech demo of some kind. Notice me, senpai. This beard fits you. Let it grow even more. Oh, thank you. I don't want to let my beard grow anymore. I'm getting a haircut tonight. My hair is like barely manageable. It's like barely manageable. It's I like it. I like it when it's this length, but it's really tough. It's really tough to manage it. Really tough to manage it. Johnny Humphreys using that join command. Somebody click that link in chat. Let's get a member up there. I can't play other games because of Elden Ring. I'm on lunch break, Lono. Have a good day. Yo, thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. Careful, Sven. Lono's going to have you calling him Papa, too. That's right. Barely. I wouldn't go that far. Abe, you never go that far, like, in anything that you do. So no one's surprised. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. East Coast Overlord with a $5 tip through Super Chat. This isn't quite a membership, but it's only $5 to join to get access to the member streams and dope emotes. Thank you, East Coast, for reminding everybody. Elden Ring ruined all the games for me. Can't even play sports games anymore. Elden Ring ruined my life, okay? I can't go out to dinner. I can't go on dates. I can't watch movies. Everything sucks in comparison to Elden Ring. Lono has that Conan O'Brien hair. I dig it. I like when it gets tall and messy, you know? I like when the sides kind of jut out and look kind of crazy. Like I've been doing more of a full messy pompadour instead of just like the one up in front. New guy gets compliments, old guys get roasted. That's right. To be fair, I thought all the trailers for Returnal looked clunky. It was the reviews that won me over, and then the game itself blew me away. Returnal's one of the greatest games ever made, man. One of the greatest games. Elden Ring makes real-life exploration look mediocre. I went for a walk, dude. Went for a walk the other day, and you know what? It was so lame. Walked through my neighborhood. I didn't find a single cave or a single dungeon. Real life sucks, bro. So lame, and I'm going back to Elden Ring. Just suck it up and get dreads. No, thank you. Ooh. Oh, there it is. Whoo, those are good neck pops. That felt amazing. Are we unable to order more than 2 bags of Rageless at a time? For some reason, it isn't letting me. What? Are you outside of America, gamer? Creature, do we have a bag limit on international? We can go up to 3 international, no problem. I don't think we allow more than 3 international, not 2. I don't know why it would be doing that. Dude, if you can't control this, then how you used to control the long hair from back then? Yeah. Well, the long hair was a little different. Put a little bit of product in it and just let it air dry. Should be 3 depending on where he is. I'm good old Wisconsin. Is anybody else having difficulty ordering more than 2 bags of coffee? That should not be happening. If he's in Wisconsin, you should be able to order up to 4 or 5. I'm going to try it right now. Add to cart. Oh, hang on. I can order up to 6 right now of light roast. Maybe refresh the page. I'm going to go to the dark roast. Oh, no. Dark roast is limiting it to 2, creature. I'm literally smacking the button, and I can't go beyond 2. You cannot add that amount to the cart. You have 2 in your cart. I tried to do 2, then 2. Something's wrong. Yeah. Something's busted. Yeah. It's limiting me to 2 for some reason. Light roast is totally fine. He must be trying to order dark roast. Looking into it right now. Okay, creature will get that fixed pretty quickly. He just probably has to go on the back end. He's been trying to move stuff around. He probably bumped something. You can only order 3. 2 and 2 is 4. Oh, are you trying to do 1 then 2? You trying to do 1 light roast? Oh, maximum is 3. Oh, that's what's going on. No, even right now with an empty cart, I can't order 3, creature. It's limiting me to 2. Yo, Dan with an 11-month milestone. Thank you for renewing. Zubair hacked your page so you don't run out. Thank you for renewing your membership. Khaled says, should we expect Demon Souls to come up next on From Fridays? The no summons playthrough in Elden Ring, my Elden Ring gameplay is going to take a long time, bro. It's going to take a long time. So I don't know. I would like to play Demon Souls Remaster. I would. I'll probably cruise through it like it's nothing after Elden Ring. And Sekiro. Like, yeah. I'll probably cruise, but it'll still be fun. I also would like to go and play the optional bosses in Dark Souls 3 would be really, really fun as well. Really, really fun. Let's see. What is this? And that. No. Okay. Okay. Light roast has no limit because they can't sell it fast enough. Dark roast is too much demand. Gotta limit it. Wait for it, guys. I call it Silent Hill and MGS games going to be announced this summer. Maybe 1 game for late summer. Elden Ring will have multiple DLCs too, so it's here to stay for a while. Yeah, that's the other thing is by the time we finish the No Summons playthrough, when DLC launches, I'll go back to my New Game Plus and check it out. we'll be able to cruise to whatever it is. New section, new area, new boss. You know what I mean? Will the Dark Roast give me a beard like you? Yes. Yeah. Even, see, I'm getting a little bit of white in there, too. I'd kill for another Metal Gear Solid. Insulting my light roast. Damn fighting words. That's right. That's right. Who's going to take the top of the chat right now? We've had 7 new members today. We need 3 more to hit 10. We're really, really trying. Let me check on something. Let me see how much you guys have moved the needle. Actually, let me see. Is the URL working yet? Nope. We're going to have to reach out again because this afternoon it's going to be 72 hours and that URL is still not freaking working. Let me check. Memberships. Total members. 517. Oh, man. 83. We're getting down to the final 83. That's amazing. To make my wife play Elden Ring. The Starfield delay in Xbox Fanboys video. Off to a slow start. I have shorts hitting the short feed, but I don't hit your noties with them. So if you ever see my little short vids hitting your feed, be sure to check them out and watch them. They're super short. They're usually very funny. Usually very, very funny. We're getting a great turnout today as well from Browse, as well as Suggest. We're getting suggested from like Evil Dead, Elden Ring videos, and everything else. Search is low, but that's to be expected. Nothing's really happening with Elden Ring. No news. Nothing for people to come search for. So we're having a absolutely stellar day in light of the fact that like there's nothing happening right now with Elden Ring. So thank you guys for being here. Did you get the gifted membership feature? No. I want to hit 600 members without the feature, like as a matter of pride. Like, let's go crazy without the feature. So if you're not a member, like help us hit 600 as a matter of pride. And then when we get the feature, all the better. You know what I mean? If I applied a dark roast paste to my beard, how long would I smell coffee everywhere I went? Yeah, I don't know, Zubair. That'd be really, really good. Coffee-scented beard balms. Let's get into that next. If you're just tuning in, we're discussing Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier with the Starfield delay, Redfall delay, Breath of the Wild 2 delay, so many game delays. The landscape's thinning out, and it's Elden Ring's year to lose, in my opinion. Horizon Forbidden West wasn't good enough, I don't think, for Game of the Year. It will win plenty of awards, I'm sure. And God of War Ragnarok is the last man standing at this point. If it launches this year, which I strongly believe that it will, it's the only contender left. So I think a Game of the Year victory for Elden Ring is extremely likely. Elden Ring's boss design is good for the most part. A few endgame bosses need some tweaks and they'd be perfect, like Elden Beast. All it needs is Torrent. I 100% agree with that. Now I'm dumb. Oh, with the coffee? I think he might have figured it out. Anybody trying to order the coffee, he may have figured it out. Creature's DMing me right now. Godfrey is a fair and balanced boss. Godfrey and Haraloo. Yeah, I forgot to update the inventory when new orders came in. Oh, it thinks that we only have 2 bags left. That's funny. All right, you should be. I'm assuming he's DMing me because it's fixed. Let me check. Let's see. The endgame bosses are very good. I think some of the endgame bosses. Oh, yeah, it says 2 in stock. I didn't even see that. Yeah, he'll update the stock and you'll be able to order. There's only 2 bags left. I do think some of the endgame bosses need a little bit of work. I do. I do. I think I agree with that. Excuse me. I do. I think in general, there's a very, very clear vibe where the nature of these games is, it's almost as if when you get to the end game of Elden Ring, a lot of the rules change to a certain degree. It's not a huge deal. But the more I've played, the more I sense they just dial in a little too many of the combos, a little too much AoE. I don't know. Melania only needs a better tell for Waterfall Dance. It's completely RNG at the moment, and if you're under her, you're dead. Can we do coffee-scented beard oil instead? My beard's too long for balms. Melania is a cheater. Eugene, you're coming over to the dark side. Agreed about the AoE attacks. Yeah, I don't think her waterfall is RNG. I think it's pretty clear when she's doing it. Endgame bosses suck in comparison to DLS and optional bosses for Dark Souls 3. No, she breaks rules. Yeah, she animation cancels. That's her biggest. I think that's one of her biggest problems. I caught Godric do it. No, I caught Margit doing it once. Margit animation canceled on me once. I'm like, the frick? But he's slow enough that it doesn't matter. She cheats. 100% she cheats. She breaks the rules, and that's frustrating. The endgame bosses of Dark Souls 3 were fair. I loved Pontiff Sullivan. I loved the Twin Princes. I loved Dragon Armor. I did not like the Dancer, and I did not like Cinder. Her animation canceling and hyper armor on frame 1 is cheating. Hyper armor on frame 1? What do you mean? Staggering and stance breaking also don't function on Malenia like normal game enemies. You guys are going to have to explain that to me. If you have distance before she jumps up, it's actually easy to dodge. Cinder was one of my favorite bosses. I liked him until he got his scimitar out. I thought he was a great boss until then. I think his scimitar phase is garbage. I also think his arena is glitchy. Like, his arena made me drop inputs all the time. I'd be like on a slight incline and I just wouldn't dodge. If you take out Malenia's waterfall dance, she'd be too easy. The problem lies at the foundation of Malenia. Most of her special attacks have hyper armor. I can agree with what Eugene said, but staggering definitely works as intended on Malenia. There's a whole video on it. It was tested. She cheats. Huh. I wonder why they do that. Run away for first 3 attacks, dodge toward the last 3, misses every time. Just pick up Bloodhound Step and she's done. If you do enough poise damage, she will not stagger until she's finishing the animation. So all enemies have hyper armor during certain attacks to prevent you from interrupting, but that armor doesn't happen until later frames. She happens on frame 1. Okay, the inventory's been updated. You should be able to order more than 2 bags of Dark Roast now. It says that we have 502 in stock. Yeah, now you can order up to 5 bags, I believe. Yeah, I just put 5 bags in the cart. Yep. Cool. There we go. Good quick fix. Get your orders in of coffee. Get your memberships in as well, if you haven't done that yet today. If you haven't smashed like or subscribe, do that also. We appreciate you guys so much. Nameless King all day. If only Lono would cover D2 again, my life would be complete. It's pretty weak life if you need that to complete your life. Why would you want me to cover that game ever again after everything that happened? Why would you even invoke that on like a really good day? What have you how often are you here? Do me a favor. Don't ever say that in my chat ever again. Radon is one of the best fights and arenas. I like Radon. I like Radon a lot. You can also hit her during Waterfall. I like Radon. I'm looking forward to fighting him without summoning. I did way too much summoning in my first playthrough. Wait, let's hear him out. Let's see where he's going with this. We've gotten like 16 new subscribers today, so welcome in new subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting the channel with a sub. I can kind of see what people are saying. Maybe I adjusted my attack windows to hit between attacks where she didn't have hyper armor, super armor, whatever. Seriously though, so much growth lately. Wicked Turnips should be happy at all. He even streams. You have at least summon Alexander. He wants to be a legendary warrior. No. I need Lono to bait D2 coverage. I'm tempted to do it just one time on Reforge First Look, just to bait everybody to click and be like, hey, unsub. Or go over to Reforge Radio where I do a new talk show. Yo, 1 bag of dark roast to Mark. Mark says, coffee, 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 coffee. There we go. Thank you so much, Mark, for ordering some of the coffee. The Rageless, for now, roast. One of the greatest boss fights of all Souls games is Sister Freed. She is hard but fair. Don't invoke Hellblade negatively or D2 in the chat ever again. That's exactly right. Ashen posted a video the other day. I noticed all of this fighting her, and the video confirmed it for me. Malekith is an RNG cheat too. He threw those blades at me non-stop on my first playthrough. No rhyme or reason to his attacks. I think Malenia, Malekith, and the Elden Beast are the worst bosses. I just think they're terrible. I think that, and then the late game dragons that are on teeny platforms. You know what I'm saying? I say we do a first look on the next D2 expansion, but upload an old Atari game. Yeah. I honestly think we need to do that just to rattle everyone's cage over there. Just rattle the cages and be like, hey, you're still subbed to this channel. You haven't clicked on a video in a year. Thanks for clicking. Do me a favor. Either go support the new efforts that we have, which is, over here on this channel or over there on that channel, or, unsub. Hey, another coffee order. 3 coffee orders for the day. Let's get a 4th and round it out. 3 bags of dark to display name. Thanks for getting it fixed quick. You guys rock. This is from Gamer Plays. Had a blast in Division 2 with you and Gritter, and it's awesome to see the growth on the channel. You and the fam stay happy and healthy. Thank you very much. We get 1 more coffee order. Let's round that out to 4, and then let's get 3 members. Come on. If each day we get about 10 members, my wife has to play Elden Ring. Don't you want to see that? All you FromSoftware guys, come on, man. That's better than anything. I don't even care. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. It's not about the money. I want her to have to play Elden Ring. I just beat a no summon, no bleed Malenia and Malekith with double greatsword this past weekend. I will say, still don't think Malenia was that bad, except for phase 2, where she starts attacks similarly. I don't want to see Madam struggle. It's not the same. I will say I do miss your coverage, but your content style and format's so good it transcends any game. Thank you, Maddie. I beat Radon no summon too, but I will say it's the only fight where I feel like it's the right move from a lore perspective. It's fun either way. Yeah. I get it. Casual Joker quotes, that's right. My father was a... The town needs a new class, yeah. That's right. Now I'm gonna give it to him. Every time he cracks me up talking about Madam playing Elden Ring. FromSoftware guys don't know what a wife is. You have to explain it to them. Oh, John! Come on, John. That's rude. Good morning, Lono, everyone. Good morning, Gritter. I'm sure the devs forgot to add Torrent in the Elden Beast fight. The whole fight implies the use of Torrent. It would have had a much more emotional connection. Shut up. I'm a FromSoftware guy. I've been married 11 years. Guys, I didn't say it. John said it. Take your aggression out on John, not me. I just work here, man. I don't have anything to do with that. Florence and the Machine's newest album, Dance Fever, has dropped. It has? Oh, I love her. She is fabulous. Look at all the art style she did for this. She's dope. She is like mega dope. Check that out, guys. If you're a fan of Florence and the Machine. If you're not, I don't know what the frick's wrong with you. But, new album from Florence Welch. Is Quantum TV in here? No, I highly doubt it. I refuse to talk about that. Like, review tech did, what, 8 videos on him? He's like, I swear this is the last video. And then something else would happen. And he'd be like, I swear this is the last video. Oh my gosh. He's been married to the game for 11 years. That's right. I think Div 2 can be that game. I don't know, Mo. I don't know. We could try and play it again next week and see what the reception is, but I'm here to tell you, I just don't know. Really, really hard to play certain games on ongoing. He'd show up to copyright claim the stream. Yeah, he'd be like, you said my brand's name, so that's a copyright claim. It's a copyright claim, man. Can't even say his name. You know what's so funny? It's actually funny to me. I watched his review that sparked all this, and I referenced it to you guys the next day. I was like, this guy's review was just awful. It was so bad. Little did I know what I was actually watching. The new game mode is dope. It just sprays loot at you. I completely agree with your point about Elden Beast, but Malekith is great. There's a reason why the game has never had a strong streaming community. Yeah, I just don't know if it translates. Div 2 isn't as watchable. Yeah, it's just tough to watch. It is. It's tough. You know what people liked watching, Eugene? Division Survival. People liked watching that. Back in the day, I would stream that with somebody that I traumatized, but they loved sharing the top of the directory with me. And people loved watching that, dude. Division Survival, people loved it because there was so much on the line. But then all the people started teaming and cheating. They started teaming and cheating, and it just ruined it. Survival got quickly ruined. Quickly ruined. Survival's one of the best game modes I've played. It's so good. I canceled my Paramount Plus because they were doing manual takedowns of YouTuber critical of the Halo show. That's scummy. I hate that I have to pay for it for all the Star Trek, Zubair. We just got into Season 4 last night. It's getting so good. Bella says, I know, Elden Ring is so easy. I beat Melania with a no-dodge playthrough with a stick. They need hard mode or something. Shut up, Bella. If that's your real name. Yo, Axel, thank you so much for doing a membership. I appreciate it. I wasn't trying to be rude to you, Axel, but I hadn't seen you in chat, and for that to be your contribution, you just have to know how unpleasant it is for that to be brought up just out of the blue when we're having a good day. We are so moved beyond that, man. We are in another universe. And I appreciate you hitting the member button. Enjoy the dope badge and emote your dope and deserve dope stuff. We need 2 more new members to hit 10 new members for the day. My bad. Look, man, it sucks. It sucks because I think sometimes people come in and they're like, they genuinely just want to express that, and it's just so unhelpful at this point. You know what I mean? Clickbait title. It's not a clickbait title. The beginning of the video, I argue and say, I think Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier. Winning Game of the Year just got easier. I swear to you, I was not trying to clickbait anybody. I told Creature last night, I said, we're on the phone. I'm like, I think we go with Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier. It's an easier win for them now. I swear to you, there was no malintent with the title and thumbnail today. It literally says Game of the Year 2022 just got easier. I even put the year. I'm comfortable with the seafaring life of crime. What? Insomniac Black with a $5 tip through Super Chat. You could title the video, Did I Get Unbanned? More at 9 a.m. and then have a green screen picture of you doing a shrug emoji with Orbit behind you. Are there people that really think Elden Ring won't win? They think I'm saying that the game got easier, like they added easy mode or something. I don't know. That was not my intention, I promise you. I did not mean for people to think that. I do not clickbait. Clickbait, LOL. I agree. Make Lono upset. Hey, most people get the title. I don't understand what's so confusing about it. Thank you, P. Dudley. Should have run it by the lawyers. I don't have time to run it by you guys. I don't have time for all that. Howdy. Yo, James. James, is that you? Is that like OG James from way back? Is that you? I swear that's you. James 176. He's as old of a supporter as Kill You, if I remember right. No, different James. I just went to your channel and looked at your picture. No, the James I'm thinking of was a black guy. Super OG, was around from the very, very beginning. Wait, did you support the YouTube channel way back when? I'm thinking of somebody else. Lono always impresses me with his memory. I swear he had James 1. I swear it was 176. I swear it was. When do they announce the nominees? Sometime in November. This is my bad. I like Elden Ring. My only complaint with it is that they need to improve Greatsword because there's only Claymore with a thrust R2 while all the other ones don't, which makes Claymore the only good Greatsword. Black guy. Yeah, describing somebody by what they look like is that a crime now? Are you going to run to cancel me? Jiminy freaking Christmas. Everyone's so scared to say stuff now. He was, man? Well, I might not be able to say that anymore. No, it wasn't. There was a James. Yeah, there was a James. I swear he had the same number in his name. Speaking of howdy, it's a Western day at my job today, and I got Wrangler flannel and legit cowboy hat from a saddly for it. So I've been calling everyone partner and greeting them with a howdy. There you go. What do you mean, my people? I didn't say that, Zubair. I didn't say that. African American? It's presumptuous to say that. They might not want. They might no. Black is totally fine. I know who you're talking about. That's right. That's right. Like, you remember who I'm talking about. I'm offended. Send me a complimentary dark roast. Hey, wait a minute. This seems like... Everyone's like, listen, it was really upsetting and traumatic to be in chat, Lono. The best thing you can do is send us all a bag of coffee to fix it. Yeah, one day it's like, you can say it, it's not a bad word. If you call my wife African American, she'll give you a 45-minute speech about how she's never been to Africa. That's right. What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? Huh? That sequence. There is so much brilliance, that entire sequence. It's like 7 seconds of genius. 7 seconds of comedic genius. I don't know exactly if it's 7 or 10 seconds. It is absolutely brilliant. It is brilliant. So much comedic genius is jammed in. It's wonderful. If we're getting coffee, can I be offended for someone? That movie could never be made today, and it's one of the greatest comedies of all time. Yeah, that's been like a comedy question that I've seen come up in interviews lately. They're like, do you think you could make that movie today? And RDJ, I think, didn't RDJ recently say that he thinks you could? I thought he said that he thought you could. I might be misremembering. But I thought he said, no, I think you could. I think you could. I could be misremembering. I thought he did an interview where he thought, no, you could. Read my last comment, says Abe. Abe just getting reparations through ordering me around. We prefer people of color, but then again, I don't see color. You want me to say? You wanted me to scroll up and read that? You think that's? You thought that was worth scrolling up for, Abe? I swear. He talked about it on Rogan. I thought he told Rogan the opposite. I can't remember. I thought he told Rogan he thought you could make it today. He like joked. He's like, well, you could. And then they laughed like, well, you could do it. Not necessarily that it would go over very well. There's another one, but it's fine. I don't see it. I'm even looking for your picture. I'm on live chat. I'm scrolling. I don't see it, Abe. Abe, a short name with a green joystick is what mom... Oh, read my last comment. Okay. It didn't come through, Abe. I'm not seeing it. I can only... All I do is I scroll up and see we prefer people of color. I don't see color. I don't see your other comment for some reason. Did it get snagged by a Google moderator or something? I don't see it. That's funny, tattoos. You deleted it? But I don't even see a deleted message from him. I can see if the messages get deleted. I don't even see that. I actually love it when people say the green guy, if they can't say my name right. Oh, a Myrtle Turtle. Abe got censored. Usually it says message deleted in chat. I don't even see that. Whatever happened to Greg? The Greg? I stopped covering Destiny. Yeah, you know. Some of the mods had like actual job and life changes, but a good percentage of them just Thanos snapped into thin air when I stopped covering Destiny. Same thing that happened to everyone else's creature, yeah. He only comes around to complain about something random now. Yeah, everyone's like pokes his head in the Discord and just pokes a hornet's nest about something that's irritating him. Like, okay, it's Greg's time of the month. You know, he's irritated about something. Here he comes. Excuse me. Thanos snapped out of here, yeah. I'm so glad you noticed it. Oh, I noticed. Yes, I noticed. Yeah. We had, I don't know. It was, yeah, I didn't know what there was a couple of times where I just wanted to completely just absolutely blow my stack at people and be like, what did you want me to do exactly? Like, what did you want me to do? You know? Does one side of your beard grow different than the other? Yeah, like right in here, people always think I have something on my face. It's just that the hair grows in here and it doesn't grow in here yet. It's kind of starting to a little bit. Who's this Greg person? Yeah. Demins. Yeah, Demins is still around and he helps out. And Valiant and Lightleap will show up every once in a while. They just have schedule conflicts. I don't get frustrated at all by people that have schedule conflicts. I don't. You did that? There's a video a troll left up? Yeah, I mean there were so many times. Like I think my least favorite thing through the last couple of years is all the people that like wanted to tell me how they thought I should have handled something differently or should have done something differently or whatever. It was just like, okay. 90% of the time we've already covered it too. It's hilarious at this point. Yeah, that I noticed that too, Eugene. They'll like jump in the Discord, he specifically, and he'll put something that we covered like 2 days ago and discussed and debated. And I'm like, cool, man. Yeah. Talked about that 48 hours ago for a couple hours with the stream. It was great. And what are you doing? So how did Game of the Year get easier? I was about an hour late. I think Starfield getting delayed, Redfall getting delayed, Breath of the Wild 2 getting delayed. I think all those things getting delayed out of this year is making an Elden Ring Game of the Year easier to snag. First sip of the dark roast is something else. Oh, yeah. It's good. That man still got a blue name up in here. Is Milky gone? Yeah, he just vanished one day from the Discord. I don't know what happened. He understood the title. Yeah, he understood the title. Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier. I wouldn't have put Game of the Year. I just would have put Elden Ring just got easier if I was trying to trick people. Was always hoping Username Geek would come back or Mel, but I understand. Yeah, I miss both of them. Username Geek was sort of on my side. He didn't like being around. It just was too hard. It was too hard to be around what happened. Mel was not on my side, which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? I actually reached out to Milgy. He said it's just life changes and being a dad. He said no ill will. Well, knowing his character and knowing the man, I didn't think it was ill will. I just assumed life changed. Yeah, I wasn't upset. I just, one day he was gone. I was like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Knowing the man and knowing his character, I didn't think there was any ill will. I wasn't like, oh, he's mad at me. I didn't think that. A lot of people skipped comprehension class because it was too boring. Brandon says God of War will be a contender, but it'll be Elden Ring and it won't be close. Who was the big guy who used to ask you questions when you first started Q&A? That was Kadex. Yeah, that was Kadex Gaming. I don't know what happened to him either. I think he was one of the people that just insta-blocked when everything happened. I think he just insta-blocked. I don't think he gave it a second thought. We had made plans to hang out before everything. Oh, really? Can't blame them. Some days I'm not even on your side. That's fine, Abe. I wouldn't expect you to pick a side, you know? It's very common amongst people that, you know, are cowards. Jolly good show, Lono. Let's keep it up, chat. Yo, what's good, Lufi? Has Game of the Year been decided, by the way? Oh, how is it decided? There's like a group of people, like a board of people that vote. They consider commercial success. They consider media acclaim. They consider reception. There's a lot of things that go into it. And in general, I have said for a very long time, even before Elden Ring came out, I said, I think it's Elden Ring's year to lose. I think it's their year to lose. From the very, very beginning, when I looked at the way that the game looked and the way they were treating it, I was like, it's their year to lose, man. There's just no doubt in my mind that it's going to be an absolute contender. And that was before I ever touched the thing. You know what I mean? I didn't even touch the game. And I was like, this is going to win. And then when I played it, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to win. It's the best open world game I've ever played. You know what I mean? Anyone who insta-blocks isn't needed since you can't think for yourself. Love you, Lono. Rarely fully agree with you, but always respect you. I appreciate that, Ink. You've been crazy supportive, man. I appreciate it. You sending stuff for the kids and everything else. In the same respect, if Cyberpunk had lived up to its hype, it would have won easily. You think Tiny Tina's will be up there as well? I think what hurt Tiny Tina's is that they should have called it Borderlands 4. They should have called it Borderlands 4, or like made a joke and called it Borderlands 3.5 or something. I don't know. They should have made it. No, if they would have called it 3.5, people would have thought it was DLC. People thought it was DLC, so I don't know. Red Dead Redemption 2 is sitting at a mid-high 90s. How did it not live up to the hype? Yeah, I thought Red Dead Redemption got a ton of praise. What do you mean? How did it not live up to the hype? Rating for sure hurt Tiny Tina's. They swung twice at Tiny Tina's. Number one, they didn't name it Borderlands, which was stupid. And number two, they released Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep like a month before. It just confused everybody. Wait, it's not DLC? It wasn't DLC? You see? Do you see how just absolutely pitiful that marketing was? Every time this comes up, there's people in chat that are like, it wasn't DLC? No! Yo, it's good, Sven, saying tests in the Discord. No, it wasn't DLC. It's arguably the best Borderlands they've released to date. Really, really good systems and updates and a really, really great game. And everybody thinks it's frickin' DLC. They absolutely failed that game. Every time it comes up, people in chat are like, I thought it was DLC. No, it's a full game with Wanda Sykes and Andy Samberg as voice acting for it, and Will Arnett. They got a great cast of people to do voices, all new characters, all new systems. They absolutely failed that game. It's so irritating. You want another Souls game formula, or you wish FromSoft makes a different genre? I love the Souls formula. Their next game's going to be Armored Core, though. The next FromSoft game will be Armored Core. It Takes Two winning was a surprise and could shake things up going forward. I'm just not seeing more competition for Elden Ring at this point, big or small. Yeah, I agree with that. Wonderlands is a great game, terrible season pass. Yeah, I heard the season pass is bad. Uh-oh, Lono's going to go on another Tiny Tina rant. You failed this city. That DLC release as a game is what made me start liking Borderlands. It was made for newbies like me. Oh, the Assault on Dragon's Keep? Will you play that with your wife? We've played a little bit of Tiny Tina's and we enjoyed it. I actually think Friday nights is going to be better suited for people making us play games instead of us constantly trying to find co-op games. I think we're going to brainstorm and test that out. Because I could see being like, hey, if you upgrade to like a tier 3 or something, every month, you can pick a random game that my wife and I have to play. It doesn't even have to be 2-player. It could be single player and we take turns and like tease each other on a Friday night. I just don't know if we're going to be able to find consistently enough 2-player co-op games. And I also don't think it makes sense to like, if we were to slowly play through a game like Tiny Tina's or Lego Star Wars or something, it would take a dadgum lifetime. We're playing once a week. Yo, I haven't seen him in a minute. Mike on a mic coming in and getting that membership up and running again. Thank you so much, Mike. That took us to 9 new members for the day. Welcome back in, getting that blue badge. When Elden Ring can get players like me hooked, playing Elden Ring to unwind after a long work date. Haven't touched D2 in weeks because of D2. It's doing something right. Game of the year. I bought the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands Deluxe Edition at full price, 80 bones. It's so fun. It's fun so far. Borderlands 3 is in a very solid place right now. For anyone who hasn't tried it, if it's on sale, it's a no-brainer. We need one more coffee sale and one more member to hit those goals. 4 coffee sales and 10 members is beautiful. Also, if you haven't smashed the like button yet, that helps out the video both while we're live and after. So be sure to smash that button if you're enjoying the content. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. We do a talk show like this Monday through Friday, and I am safe for work. Every Friday is From Friday, but we do cover news all throughout the week. If you don't see me in your suggested feed or your homepage, always check your sub feed and my channel. Every day we're doing multiple shows. This week we covered Sony doubling down on its AAA titles, the Gotham Knights gameplay. We covered Division 2. The Season 9, Is It Time to Come Back? Halo Infinite, 343 ruining speedrunning, the new Unreal footage, Sony and Bungie FTC investigation, Outriders making no profit. So much coverage this week. Don't forget that Reforge Radio is now a gaming show. It's not politics and religion like we were getting into, or cultural issues. It's gaming, and it's gaming news. We've done that over on the new Reforge Radio channel, and this afternoon will be, excuse me, the comeback of the Roundtable, the Reforge Roundtable. The first episode of the Reforge Roundtable is this afternoon with 30 and Still Gaming and Ginger Prime. That also is on Reforge Radio. A $5 tip from Mike on the Mic. Been lurking and working since Rise of Iron, bro. As long as you make content, I'm here for it. Man, I appreciate that. That's a long time ago. That is a long time ago. You can customize and create your own character in Tiny Tina Wonderlands. Pretty decent character creator for that type of game. I bought Division 2 yesterday and bought the new Stellaris DLC. Then I proceeded to play Rogue Legacy 2 for a few hours. This is the way. Elden Ring gave hardcore fans what they wanted while shifting the formula just enough to bring in new people. That's hard to pull off. That's another reason it deserves Game of the Year. Elden Ring Game of the Year. Totally deserved. There's another great reason. They created, for the first time I think I've ever seen it, an organic difficulty. It's like you determine the difficulty just by like how you play. It's insane to me. It's absolutely insane how they pulled that off. It's truly remarkable. Let's create a new one. Elden Ring gameplay. Okay. Get this ready. Elden Ring new. No. It's gameplay. It's gameplay. I gotta schedule the second stream. Just realized what time it was. When we're having a good show. Hang on, Elden Ring live gameplay. Where were we when I did that? Oh, where are all the tags? I didn't make tags. Hang on. I can scroll up far enough and I'll find them. What you need, Mama? What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, fridge is fine. Thank you, Mama. The downstairs fridge is fine. Thanks, baby. Thanks, baby. Let's see. Live chat replay, subscribers. And let's check the redirect menu one more time. You don't have redirect privileges. Frick you. Yo, thank you, 30 taking care of business. That right there is how I know he's in chat. That's how I know he's in chat. Like, I get distracted and do something, and that's what he does. What a pathetic loser. NFT scams must not have worked out for him. The crypto thing he was trying to do. Yo, coming in with a bag of dark roast. Mike on the mic. Mike, you crazy, bro. Mike on the mic, jumping back into membership, doing a $5 tip, and ordering some coffee. Thank you so much, man. That's 4 coffee orders for the day. We'll take it. We'll take it. We need one more new member. One more new member. Already confirmed that Elden Ring will have DLC. Yeah. It's already confirmed. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna make slow mode. I'm gonna up it to 7. Just because this guy's annoying the frick out of me. We're stepping on each other's toes. I hid and Mike unhid. Okay. Streamer looks up and bam, we got spam. That's not a bot? No, it's not. It's not. He was doing crypto scams. It must have gone poorly for him. Now he's trying to, I guess, I don't know, drive people to adult sites. I don't know. Mike on the mic. We like the cut of your jib, says Abe. Who's we? Abe, who are you speaking for? Oh man, I finally got to do it. Back to Abe. Got to. Why is it easier now? Because of the thing they did. So, no, but it's not easier. Elden Ring Game of the Year just got easier. It's easier for it to win Game of the Year. It's so, you know what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. All these people that are misreading the title and the thumbnail, they love the game so much, they just read Elden Ring Game of the Year and they don't really take in what it's saying. They're like, well, of course. Of course Elden Ring Game of the Year. What are you talking about? Abe says, my people. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know what my favorite thing about these jokes is? We get to make the joke without actually making the joke. You know what I mean? Like, without risking getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? How cliche would that be? Just another white guy getting canceled for a joke about race. But we don't actually do it. You know? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Is Lono about to read judge people's reading skills? Imbued? Yeah, do you know what imbued means, Abe? What's imbued mean? And you can't use dictionary.com. I bet you don't even remember what it means. Oh, you think you're not going to get into trouble? That's cute. I told you, man. I'll give you an N-word pass. If someone says something, just tell them your black friend said it's okay. I can't do that. That doesn't work, Abe. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's a non-fungible token or something. No, it's a non-redeemable pass. You know how they always end those commercials with void where prohibited? Yeah, your pass is void where prohibited, which is basically everywhere. You know, it's not good anywhere. Mo says, I'll second that path. Yeah. I'm making a list and checking it twice, trying to find out who I can cancel or blight. There you go. Lono doesn't even pronounce Stone Sword properly. Is it Stone's Word or Stone Sword? Is it Stone Sword? Oh, Stone Sword. I always say Stone Sword. It is. It's a little stone sword, isn't it? Why don't they just put a space? It's only valid while Lono is in the bedroom alone rapping while looking at himself in the mirror. Stone Sword. Stone Sword. Why make it one word then? Why? I don't understand. Why don't they make it 2 words? All right, hang on. Let's do 8. Bruh, says Wheezy. Oh, 30. You're so slow that you're unhiding him. Mike. Michael. Stop. 30 is so far behind when I do it. He's unhiding them. I'm hiding them and he's unhiding them. Can you blacklist the words they're using? No, because they make it their username. They make it their username and they just spam emojis. Calling out your boy 30 by name. Mike, you're not slow. Creature. Creature's like, Mike, you're not slow. He's just hyperactive. You know those movies where like the guy is running really fast and he sees everybody else moving in slow motion? That's how I experience life. I mean, I've never told you guys this. It kind of feels like bragging, but you know, it's how I experience life. As the biggest blabbermouth in chat, I think we can handle 15 seconds if need be. Yeah, I'm just finding the sweet spot. I'm just finding the sweet spot. He's helping me refine our moderation tools. It took me until my mid-20s to understand that void wear was not void wear. I thought people had this void brand of clothing when I was a kid. Lono picks up the phone in Walmart and drops an N-bomb and then runs out the back. I would never do that. I really don't. God of War has a very good chance of surpassing Elden Ring. I argued at the beginning of the stream, Steven, that it is the last man standing. It really is. And not the last person playing Babylon's Fall. I mean, like, it's the last man standing. It's the last contender on the field. No one else is left. There's nobody else left, man. It's the end. The end of the road. Every other game has been delayed. Is that why you blame game input for screwing up in Elden Ring? What are you talking about? Elden Ring drops inputs. It's a known thing. How about 30-second slow mode, but you help us out and you talk really slowly? I re-listened to some of the VODs to find clips for the shorts, and I put it on like 1.5. And whenever I take it off of 1.5, I'm like, get to the point, man. I talk so slow, it seems, after 1.5. The community should all go play Babylon's Fall just to mess with the article writers. Elon Musk says the $44 billion deal to buy Twitter's on hold after he queried the number of fake or spam accounts on social media platform. I've had all sorts of input drops, attacks, dodges, heals. Yeah, I have it drop my input all the time for healing when I'm on torrent. It happens all the time. You push the button to heal, and it just doesn't freaking happen. I don't know about that. No, it's totally a thing. You guys think I'm that guy that, like, just blames input lag or whatever. It's like, no! The game genuinely drops inputs. God of War will probably be really good, but I think Elden Ring will have had more impact both on streaming front and on the industry. I don't think it's frame drops, Tej. I will sometimes catch up on 2 times, and when I get to live, it feels so slow. Yeah. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I've never had an input drop. Input queuing is definitely a thing, but I've never had an input drop. Wait, Weezy, hang on. Because Eugene and I have something in common. What platform are you playing on? Because we're playing the PS4 version on the PS5, and I wonder if that's the cause of it. There's a lot of people doing what we're doing, and I wonder if all those people that are experiencing what we're experiencing, if that's what it is. Aren't you PC, Weez? PC? Yeah, there you go. I'm telling you, that's what I think it is. I think playing the PS4 version on PS5 is the cause of it. No input drop on my PC. Yeah. That's what it is. I know I just enjoy your reaction. Oh, 80JC, this is why you were told on your birthday to shut your whore mouth. This is why. This is why, 80JC. Whoa, I thought he was safe for work. Sorry. Nah, the PC no-hit guys complain too, says Eugene. Okay. So there's even guys on PC that are saying it happens. All right. I wonder if it's just more, maybe it's more common. Maybe it's more common on the PS4. The PS4 version on the PS5. There are videos showing input drops on PC. Remind me to never tell Lono when my birthday is. You probably don't even know when your birthday is, Abe. I was going to go one step further and really swing and be like, just like you don't know who your real parents are. Oh my gosh. That's too far. That's too far. I can't make that joke. I told you that I was thinking about making the joke, but I didn't actually make the joke. I didn't do it. Wow. Holy. I know I'm doing God's work when Zubair types wow in all caps. I know I'm doing the Lord's work when Zubair is just like, wow, in all caps. Like, that was a good one. That was a good one. Not gonna lie, Abe, you gotta clap back. That's over the line, Lono. Good thing you didn't actually make that joke. Oh, that was over the line, man. It's really good that you didn't make the joke, man. That was really good. Abe, wait 2 years for maximum effect. That's right. Yeah, Abe. Wait 2 years from now when we're back to 6 figures and write the twit longer. You know, I've just really reevaluated the joke. I've decided there was a pattern. I was totally fine with it at the time, but I've decided after 722 days that there was definitely a pattern. A pattern of what? I feel like over a dozen people woke up and chose violence today. Can someone pick up Abe off the floor? I want to go further, and then I went that far. Fonzo, Abe out here looking like Microsoft, not swinging back. Lono, spoilers, but I hope you've seen the headlines about the most recent Halo show episode. I retweeted it, Wheeze, and I said, how long till this show gets retconned? Like, how long, Wheeze? Do you think they're even going to get to the end of the season before they're like, listen, this doesn't exist anymore? People are like... somebody replied and they're like, aren't they saying it's not canon? I'm like, no, I don't think you realize what I'm saying. Like, this is done. There won't be another season. There's no way. It's over. They're retconning the whole thing. They're not going to continue. There's no freaking way. I replied, I can't swing hard, but Lono can't handle under Umbrella Day. What? I replied, I can't swing hard, but Lono can't handle under Umbrella Day? It's a different timeline. Don't worry, it's fine. There's a season 2. Oh, gosh. It's terrible. Someone just needs to fire the Halo ring. It's laughable at this point. Yeah, there's just no way. Sure, okay, it'll get a season 2, and then it won't go any further than that. That'll be the end of it. That'll be the end of it. Season 2, Chief raises his new family. He becomes a farmer, you know? No. I've got it. I already know what they're going to do in Season 2. He raises his family, and he becomes a chef. And they call him Master Chef. That's it. In comes Season 2, Master Chef. Y'all remember when the showrunner and they didn't look at the game at all when making it? It's showing. Yeah, we didn't look at the game at all. We didn't. It's amazing. It's just real life. Yeah. I can't wait for them to make the Ghost of Tsushima movie and be like, yeah, we didn't look at the game. We didn't really want that to affect what we made. Because our strategy is to be dumb. Just please somebody parody that. You know, they sit down and they're like, hey, thanks for taking the time to sit down with us. What was your vision for the Ghost of Tsushima movie? Well, you see, we thought that the best strategy would be to be dumb. And so what we did is, we didn't look at the game at all. We don't want it to have anything in common with it. Because You know, why would we do that? We're being dumb after all. What's this? Stay tuned. Our biggest reveal stream yet will be broadcasting across your favorite Fall Guys channels on May 16th at 1 p.m. Tune in to hear the latest news about Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and more. Oh, told you. I told you that's what it was going to be about. They're already saying that's what it's going to be about. I think we might cover that on Monday. We might co-stream that. We'll co-stream that Monday, and then Tuesday we can co-stream the 505 event. We didn't want Ghost to reflect what life was like in Japan during that era, so we placed the movie in Detroit in 1970. That's it. I mean, with Ghost of Tsushima, the game already told the story. Does there need to be a movie about it as well? Let's be a Fall Guys channel. Let's do it. They can tell what happens after the fact. You've earned it? How have I earned it? With my predictions? Chief getting some hootie so the reach can fall. Great show indeed. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Every man falls to the same thing. Can you run private matches in Fall Guys? Yes, and it's incredibly easy. You literally just give a code. It's perfect. It is literally perfect. It's such a good system. Well, it's another word for deserve. Oh, I deserve it. Whatever. Don't sleep on Fall Guys. Yeah, private matches in Fall Guys is phenomenal. It'll be such a fun community game night. It'll be such a fun community game night. I had to put on headphones. This has been a hilarious TV14 streaming day. Sorry, Mick. Yeah, I do keep it safe for work, but we get a little sometimes off in the we get a little off in the weeds sometimes. Not a chance. I've never made it past the menus. It's such a fun game. It's so good. If I send 500, will you twerk? I'll have to think about it. I think 500 would make me think about it. Give it a whirl. $10 to enter, and the winner gets a bag of coffee. We could do so much fun stuff with that game. Come on. In the Fall of Reach, Chief punches a guy and kills him. Imagine what would have happened if he had sex with a woman. Cannibal Corpse album cover. I assume Fall Guys will be going free to play. I think it might work for me with no volume. Oh, like you can't stand all the little noises and stuff. I don't know if they're going to make it free to play, Wheezy. I think they should consider it. But what are you going to do with all the people that paid for the game? It's been free on PSN? Is it free on... It's not free on Steam right now. I don't think it is. Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, store page. No, it's $20 on Steam. $20 currently on Steam. 500 what? Don't get played by the exchange rate? Oh no, I'll watch and I'll see, because right now we've gotten $70 in tips. So I'll be able to do some quick maths and I'll know how much he gave me. It was free for a month. Oh, it was free for the first month of PS Plus. Got it. I think Fall Guys will be coming to mobile. Well, the stream on Monday, Barrier, they already said they have news about Xbox and Switch. I told you that when they had everybody reinstall it on the PlayStation for the new launcher, I was like, this is because they're getting ready to finally launch Xbox and Switch and have crossplay. It's happening. There's no other reason to make people reinstall the game on PlayStation. The frick? Why would you do that? You would only do that if you were creating an actual launcher backend for crossplay. So, Fall Guys on mobile would be massive. Oh, yeah, it's such an easy game on mobile. You only need to be able to direct your guy and tap for jump. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Tap for jump and go. You'd have to do 2 taps. A low tap for jump and a high tap for dive. Yeah, super easy to throw that on mobile. They have an absolute winning ticket. When I interviewed that guy at E3, I told him backstage, I was like, I'm telling you, man, this thing is a hit. This will be a hit. And he said they were terrified anytime trailers came out for games that were like Battle Royale, sort of. He was so worried somebody was going to steal the idea and get to it before them. Because he basically said they were inspired by Takeshi's Castle and Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, and he was so worried somebody else was going to think of it. Fall Guys on mobile would be huge for them. Oh, I guarantee you they're going to go Xbox and Switch. They're going to make sure everything's going smooth and running well, and then it'll hit mobile. These guys have an absolute cash cow on their hands. Fall Guys is going to be around for a long, long time. A long, long time. It's going to be, I'm very, very excited for them. He was a super, super nice guy. He was super sweet. Great conversation. He handles all their streams. They're dope. They're a dope company. Could we get 30 more likes on this video? We've kind of fallen down in the FromSoft guys are probably bailing because we're not talking about the topic. We'll be switching to gameplay in about 10 minutes. But let's try and get 400 likes on this vid. And if we get one more member, that'll be 10 members for the day. We just need one more new member. Did it ever come out on Switch? No. They were saying, oh, it'll be out on Xbox and Switch very soon, and then they completely halted everything. And it was like, wait, what happened? And then they just recently, like last week, made everybody on PlayStation re-download the game for a new launcher. That's what they said. Oh, new launcher, new launcher. And I said, they're getting ready to finally hit Xbox and Switch. That's why they're making you download a new launcher. And they're going to do a stream on Monday with a big announcement. And in-game, they have a splash screen that popped up, and it says, our biggest reveal stream yet will be broadcasting across your favorite Fall Guys channels on May 16th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Tune in to hear the latest news about Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and more. So they're literally saying, tune in to hear the latest news about Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and more. So that Monday stream is literally about Xbox and Switch. That's what it's about. They're literally saying, like, that's the topic. And more could be plans for mobile. I think they want to land on Xbox and Switch before Summer Games Fest, so then Summer Games Fest, they can promote their next season in mobile. That's what I'm predicting. Just got here, 10 members. Yeah, we need one more for 10. We got about 10 new members yesterday as well. We're moving, man. We're moving. The possibility of my wife playing Elden Ring without us getting the gifted members it's becoming a reality. I told people, I said, it's a matter of pride now. Let's go crazy and hit 600 members without gifted memberships beta, and let's prove to YouTube that they missed out by not giving us the feature earlier. Let me look at this thumbnail. Reforge Roundtable. I would do maybe a little bit more of a drop shadow on it because the logo and the word Reforge were just a little bit more, especially on the logo. The logo is struggling. It's not popping enough. Not that it needs to pop, but YouTube is having some problems right now. Maybe they're fixing some of the problems that we've been dealing with. It's taking forever to do anything right now. There we go. Okay. Let's do it. I'd become a member if I weren't poor. No, I get it, Googly. Don't worry. Those of you that have been here and been faithful and you have like recognizable names, you will get gifted very quickly when we get it. I just got an Evil Dead game code for PS5. Frick. Hope you've been having a groovy week. Dang it. Shoot. I wish you would have given me this last night, dadgummit. Yeah, that game's out today. frick. I knew that was going to happen. I had this sneaking suspicion. I was going to get a code. Fun community game. We might play it for an hour. I could play Elden Ring for 2 and then play this for an hour just to showcase it on launch day. I got assets and design stuff over to Creature. He can make me a thumb. Let me just redeem the code while I take a restroom break. It might have time. How do you redeem a code on here? Over here more. Redeem code. Got it. Enter your 12 code. Do I have to put the dashes, or will it put the dashes for me? It does the dashes for me. Redeem. PS5 full game, 8 gig. Download. Go to downloads and uploads. Okay, it's going fast. It says I will have it in 5 minutes. Best graphics for 2022 will be a toss-up between Horizon Forbidden West and Crossfire. Crossfire? Okay. Always say thank you to the people that send you the codes. It's a thankless job. Okay. All right, I'm going to quickly run upstairs and use the restroom. I'm going to have to shut off the TikTok stream. If you guys want to come watch gameplay of my Elden Ring playthrough of No Summons or Evil Dead the game, we got a code. Make sure and head over to youtube.com/Reforge Gaming. We will also be heading over to Reforge Radio today to do an episode of the Reforge Roundtable. Want to go now? No. I don't think we go now. No. I think we go to Elden Ring first. We do From Friday first. We'll do like an hour before we at the end of the day. Crossfire. Yeah, you buy someone a membership, Dan, so for a month they'll get to enjoy all the dope stuff. So yes, that's how it's going to work. All right, I'll be right back. Do all the things. I'm going to hit some ads. We almost never do that. We need 20 more likes and one more member. Do that while I'm gone. Maybe order some coffee. Thanks for the support. And the guys on TikTok, thanks for watching today. Come over to YouTube if you want to keep hanging out with us. All right? I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh, no. Oh, I just realized that I didn't. Okay. Just realized I didn't monetize that short, which means YouTube won't put it on the shelf. Give me 1 second to do that, and then we're going to switch gears. I need to start monetizing them before I even publish them. So while they're just sitting there, they can get checked. Like even before they're made public. So that way I can never forget, like, oops. Okay, there we go. Okay. Got to get a tweet out about what we're doing. Okay. Watch and poll. Don't dismiss this. Elden Ring review guide. I'm probably just supposed to say that I got a code, right? Oh, it's just a review guide. I mean, it's just a guide on things I could highlight. I mean, I guess we're going to do gameplay, though. It'd be weird to, like, say a bunch of stuff about that at the beginning of the stream. Like, I'm not going to read through a PDF. It's got great info for what we're talking about. Yeah, but on gameplay, I don't know, as a VOD? As a VOD, is anybody going to want to boot up and have me doing that, like, talking? I don't know. Properties. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put a link in chat just in case. Got good info for starting. What am I going to read that, creature? What the frick? All right. Is that an imped? It is. Click the link in chat if the redirect doesn't work. Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. Continuing my Elden Ring gameplay. No summons through the whole game. Not a jellyfish, not an NPC, not a co-op partner. We're in the plateau. We're going to be working our way towards Volcano Manor, I think, today. This will probably be about a 2-hour stream. We did get an Evil Dead code that we want to make sure and test out and show off on the day of launch. If you're enjoying these playthroughs, and you like my content, we did a talk show this morning about why I think Elden Ring Game of the Year just got a little bit easier to win that title, to win that award because of the Starfield delay. Let us bring everybody over from the redirect. There we go.